come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Washi gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. Going up against, they're now all tied up 1-1. Tio is going to get taken down by Jazz. You can now see Jazz pushing up towards the B flag. Rock that 35 round. We have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Tio, sure enough. With the push from the backside, finds Jazz.
Licença, Tocinha! Pofo! Botão no cofrinho do Limes! Pofo pra cima do Belzinho! Double pofo do craque! Faz clique aí, meu chat! Você tá no YouTube, faz o clique da jogada! Tomara tá!
Um som,
Vou cravar cima, crava esquerda, crava esquerda.
Tem um, só tem um. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que botar
Pode ser agora, calma, segura.
Sub-Zero pernambucano! Nossa!
And we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god. We've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment finds another one. Just an absolute demon. A quick list in with the side of Nova. Dave
People see, there is one A now.
Marvel misses one, but doesn't miss twice.
out. Oh my. Chris, he's all one. More. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical side of this area, but right now you're with 80 with close. Lucky. Get headshot. Costco, you the smoke. Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
Extend was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make.
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artem Misa coming through. What's that? Is that the kilo? Whoa! Artem Misa, the Damascus kilo. Ooh, Kells. Finds one, is looking for two, but Artem Misa. Yo, this girl kind of nuts with the kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been. Down herself on that Sparrow shot. But the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, Brick stuff! Well, it was looking good for a minute there for the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in. I think you're right on the money. The arrow can push back up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone.
Hi, welcome back. My name is Diana and I will host challenges and overall the whole EU winter season. So I'm actually very excited. Obviously I'm here with Verdict and Gilmania, who I hope they are ready because they're gonna have me here for the next 2 months. almost 3. So yeah, guys, after this announcement, obviously, are you ready to have me here for another season?
I mean,
Ready?
we're here, right? I don't know how to.
We are.
I don't know how to quite answer
There's
that.
no
Of course,
escaping now.
of course, yeah. You can't go anywhere. You're part of the family. You're involved. You're in it like Bennett. We're in it to win it, and teams here for challengers are in it to win it as well. Gil, I know you missed out on some of the qualifiers action, but today is the day of reckoning. Who's going to be moving forward? And who's going to be sent home packing?
Oh yeah,
That was
definitely
the
be.
thing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I just want to add the thing. I may have missed yesterday, but I had a quick recap of all that happened, a lot of the action, and I gotta say that for tonight games, although we are just starting within the challengers part of it, I feel like it's gonna be there's some room for really good action.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm actually very excited for today's gameplay, right? And also, I wanted to add about the teams that got invited, because today we have challengers, and I just wanted to add, if you guys did not catch the announcement and so on, we did had 6 invited teams. The teams that were invited this season are Animus, Kings, 117 not found. We have FA Ducks, we have Team Mobility, and 31ers. So these 6 teams were invited, and we're gonna have the 4 teams that gonna move on from the challengers. So yeah, I'm actually very excited to see the games from today. And talking about this, Verdi, can you go over the schedule?
Matches of the day look pretty spicy. I did go ahead and exclamation point schedule. You'll go ahead and get that. I know we were talking about that previous to the broadcast. I went ahead and handled the business beforehand. We're going to start things off with a little ice on ice violence. Icy versus Ice Mont. Best 3, obviously. Winner moves on. Losers out. 4 challenger spots. This is definitely going to get intense. Sonic Club and Typhoon for match number 2. Enigma and Void. This is a matchup from the quarterfinals of the qualifiers. Enigma won that series. I'll go ahead and tell you, I believe it was a 4v5. So if you're expecting that one to be close, might be tripping. Cold Esports and Duckers, unfortunately, will not be played. Cold will be moving forward. Duckers are not able to participate today. Very unfortunate, but 3 series, we've got plenty of action still. Am I right, Diana? Dirty
Yeah.
Deanna? Rivertown buddy?
Yes, definitely, and I'm actually very excited for the first game. As you said, Ice Mount versus Icy, and we don't have the maps already picked, right? Yo, can you go over the maps very fast?
Right, you said me? Did you ask me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. For Ice-Mont and Icy, as we all should know by now, it is now back onto best of 3, and we're gonna start with some action on Summit Hardpoint, moving on to Search and Destroy Hacienda, and then potential 3rd map of Control on Raid. The bands from Ice, they opted to get rid of Standoff and the Annihilator, while Icy vetoed the map of Slums and the Sparrow, Diana.
Definitely. So, very excited for this. I did saw yesterday. I was here with my Rivertown buddy co-casting, right? And I did saw Ice Mount and Icy playing. So I'm actually very interested in what is your prediction verdict after the games from yesterday.
Oh, I mentioned it
In this
yesterday.
specific-
Ice Mont started like fiery hot against an Enigma team that looked damn near impossible to beat, and they made both of the games that they played against them very close. The hard point ended up being like 15 points or so. I mean, just give or take a few. And then we also had the Search and Destroy that managed to go to overtime. Ice Mont looked great, but towards the end of the night, started to lose a little bit of steam. We saw them get kind of blistered by the Sonic Club team. So I think they have every right to win this matchup. I think if they play their cards right, it should be an easy 2-0. But I'm always up for a little bit of controversial endings or surprise finishes, right?
Definitely, I'm here too for this, and the chat it is too. So now I'm gonna let you to it, guys. I'm gonna see you after this matchup. Good luck.
All right, Gil, it's you and I. We're going to go ahead and dive on into it. It's game number 1. Hardpoint on Summit. What a better way to start this frosty series than to jump on over to the snowy sides of Summit. Icy versus Ice Mont. Only fitting area or any fitting map, it's got to be this Summit snowy side hills. I mean, I don't think we could ever paint a picture where this series starts off on another map selection. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I gotta say, like, it's been just so long since I've gotten the chance to cast with you that I'm just glad, you know, we are back at it again in this one. Well, we are gonna begin to see some action, and I already see one of the one back weapon being in here by Sharkido. That's the Fennec right now. I don't know if you've tried Verdict within the new update, the change of the way you aim with the weapons, but now with the Fennec, I kid you not, you can laser with that thing at mid to long range distances because of that simple change, which only means that within the FOV, when you aim, there's no more zoom in, so the recoil. Like, you can control it way better as long as you are aiming. Like, it's more up to you to land those bullets. It's harder, but if you do it, you're gonna laser with that thing.
Oh, I think I could get used to that. I think Zim was telling me about it. Sync to FOV is what it's called, I believe. It's a feature that is
Yes.
enrolled into the newest updates, and obviously I haven't played a lot of COD Mobile recently, shame on me, but I've casted a lot and seen a lot of this mod team, and they are not performing up to par so far. P1, 27-15 coming down to the wire over to this P2 opening. You already see the fallback here from Mont. They're opening the floodgates for players to push all the way through this connector site. JC going to be able to capitalize on a free one right there, and some time going to be collected here. As Melison's got the R9, try to shut it down. There's one. Brinks is right here. It's too early to reload that thing. Rushes. Hey, homie, we both use shotguns this time around. Rushes gets the better of the trades, and that's going to be his 7th kill, and the hill being taken. 20 seconds into this point, and already we've had a back and forth one.
Yeah, that's the thing. Although Mont had not the greatest P1, they are now working their way through point number 2 instead of it. I see Jace covering up with a CVR, just rolling around with it. His ally gets knocked out, turns around, goes for that kill, not gonna take it. There's that fellow with the symbols that, well, that's gonna clear the path in favor of Icy. And not only that, they try to think about rotating onto the next area, but they completely compromised their previous heal. They could have taken at least, I want to say, 15 more points in their way by the hands of Icy, but by just trying to rotate too early, they ended up losing not only that point, but also the control over the next one. And let's see how good they can defend on the inside of it. Actually, not for so long.
Oh.
There's the use of the Claw Operator by the hands of Turtle. 10 kills, double digits already for him. That is going to be not only the point itself, but the spawns in favor of Icy.
Yeah, it was said to be a pretty good rotation early on. I mean, they were trying to fall back for this P2 to P3 connection. Mont not necessarily getting the job done there. Now they're going to have to brute force push it. Turtle going to be able to hold down the fort for a little bit. Here comes the Claw yet again. You may have the spawns, but you don't have the point. Squiggly line coming through with the nasty clean sweep off of the objective. That's going to give the cavalry a little bit of time to get back into position to get on this hill. So 30 seconds left to go here in this objective. Rotations over to P4 are going to be made, and right now Mont are just not having it with either the rotations or the hill time. Finally, a little bit of pieces ready in the objective. Wrong. Squiggly line inserts himself in the equation. Still adding a little bit of problems to the mix. But after that, 15 seconds left for grabs. They're going to be able to get it for free. Look at the spawns here for Brinks. Be interested to see if he encounters anybody or if he just gives it away for free. Those spawns for new are very important and crucial. And this one's as close as it gets. Chase going to be able to win that one on the trades galore. But the spawns, not necessarily solidified either way.
And although it's been a close game, I almost feel like Mont are constantly trying to catch onto the points by the hands of Icy, which could be problematic later on, as right now they do have the early control of it, and JC now with a Claw in the Vortex by Snooze, that should be more than enough to get control within the next couple of seconds. They are finally getting the advantage they wanted to work for, and let's see for how long that's gonna last. Still about 30 more seconds. A good use of the Bread Missile will land a double kill for JC now, throwing that Hunter Killer drone. I don't know if that's gonna be a kill, but at least it's gonna make the enemies uncomfortable within the snow area. They are just trying to hide behind that rock. Eventually finds that kill onto Brinks. And finally, they get the control, they get the lead. That is a 30 points lead, finally being cooked by the hands of Icemont, doing an outstanding job here on point number 4. And Verdict, this is the advantage that they were hoping for, but I'm not too sure. They also got to make sure that when we're going back onto P1, we don't see that much of a struggle that we witnessed on the first rotation.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, you got a little bit of a first game jitters. Obviously, we've got a first stream jitters. We had a little bit of a cluster as we were rolling into the start of this when we were all anxious. We were all ready to get into the action. Well, here we are. We're getting it. Right now, Mont is making the best of it. The first set of hills, not necessarily flawless, but let's be real. This is Summit, man. It doesn't matter who's playing. It's always going to be a close map. Right now, Mont are doing great damage control. denying a lot of the time here in the P1 setup. Snooze going to be taken down. It's going to be a little bit of time being granted over towards the side of Icy, who have dug themselves a little bit of a hole. How steep can it get, though? Brinks squad going to be able to pull some operators, and I think that's going to be an opportunity for us to go ahead and pop in for some VC listen-ins this time. We're going to jump in first time around with the side of Icy. Let's see if they can reel it back in.
One top.
Two con. One top.
Dead. I'm flashed.
One computers.
One top.
One next dead.
One computers half.
Computer's dead.
One
beat
top.
him. Beat him by himself.
JC, one shot computers side. I spawned
Yo,
C
where's
down.
JC? Pull it, ayo.
He's P1, Jesse.
There's
Jesse dead.
one next, one green.
Yo, get JC as well.
Green dead.
Don't get him on his shoot.
Green dead.
One top.
One C down.
Bridge.
C down dead.
8 I'm dead. We should have
Use your
spawned.
ult if you have. I've got flash.
One top.
One top. Help rush, guys. Help rush.
Oh, top got me.
One in.
Fine.
Two in.
All right, so far so good. I mean, obviously, you're trying to get as much as you can off these P1 and P2, but bad thing for Icy is Mont has been in the driver's seat ever since that P4 ending. Right now, it's pretty good setup here on the P2 side. 25 seconds left to go. You've got to contest if you're Icy. At this point, Mont has everything that they need to win. The spawns renewed. They got some time off of P2. Things not looking good for Icy, even though the comms sounded pretty solid.
Yeah, it took them a long while for Mont to be in here, but they are not willing to give on to now that they finally have this, like you mentioned, early rotation onto the P3, and now just patiently waiting for anyone to drive back, try to walk through principal door in here. The first one could be here, fellow with the symbols. I don't know if we have any other names to call this player over the side of Icy, but right now there's the 3-player push. Everybody tries to get inside. For some reason, keeping it to aim onto the rooftop. There's the use of the Vortex machine by Snooze, and that's pretty much it. That is the clean defense there, Wade, using that final use of that Vortex, and no one can walk by. Another 3-player push is about to happen right now. Brinks down, Sharks down, Snarkseater is down as well, and that's a triple for a youth. My goodness, finally they get a kill onto Snooze, but that's just simply not going to be enough. The first 30 seconds completely under control for Mont. You said it perfectly. After that P4 rotation, they've been a whole different breed, and right now they are doing an outstanding job. There's gonna be the spawn by the enemy. That is Raj there with a shotgun. I feel like, yes, that R9 that is gonna clean at least 10 seconds for him. Nope.
Oh,
Never mind. Jason spawns behind him. He says no to it, and it doesn't matter that he tried to get those extra points. That is just not going to be the case. There's a 60 points lead, increasing by the second. Just punch after punch being thrown by the side of Mont. The rotation was not perfect by them, but the use of the Purifier definitely helped the team get some sort of control. And I actually got confirmation the fellow with symbols, it's actually Candy.
Yeah, it's Candy.
So
I'm still going to call it Squiggly Lines because he has Squiggly Lines in his name. Nonetheless, Squiggly Lines not necessarily getting the break there on that P3 shot. Matter of fact, I think they fed a few too much. Look at the kills and the score streaks available. Obviously, Snooze, or ZZ actually, has been slaying this map 27 deep. Point not going to be necessarily broken. Hold's going to be firm here for the side of Icy, so they still have a little bit of time to get back in this. Matter of fact, if they get all this scrap time, we've got a pretty much back to square root one as we roll into a P1 reset a third time around. Let's go ahead and do due diligence, so go ahead and divvy down for a listen with the side of Ice, Mont, and see how they sound on this P1 reset for a third time around.
He's on.
Have to play slow.
He's speed up, two mid on.
Play slow and smart. Jump on shield. I need some people on shield.
Cash bottom.
Computer. One computer slash on her.
Clock. Too close.
Two side, one computer.
Computer dead.
Purifier lower, cage side. Nice, hop on point.
Dead one. One top.
I have bomb.
Bottom dead.
One more top. He's pushing stairs.
On the
Watch lower.
Two push bottom.
Dead. One more. Check my bottom.
Bottom, two bottom.
Cage. Side.
Nice.
Get the scrap. Don't give them mirror.
That's right. Don't give them anything right now. They're not giving them much to work with. Double kill from the Pred for ZZ. He has been wreaking havoc here in map number 1, Summit. 2 Icy for Icy to contest. 232 to 198. Gil, this one might be over with here on this P2 catwalk.
There's yet another Pred missile going to be used by CC. This time not going to land, as there was a trophy system to prevent that from happening, but it doesn't matter too much. His teammates have already cleared the path. Melicin inside of the kill with the help of his allies. Finds kill number 1 on the squeal line. Goes for the double, turns around and gets it. Unfortunately enough for him, there was more than 1 people behind him, but still, that is a few extra seconds that is going to lead to 12 kills remaining for the side of Mon to take this dub. Now with the Purifier, we'll get 1, we'll get 2. Doesn't matter if he dies, though. That matters is that clean path verdict. This is the beginning of the end. Only a few extra seconds. No one can get inside. There's the push by Brinks. Brinks trying to get inside. Tries to fight back. Eventually bites the dust. Snooze is back with things under control. The fight is going to continue slightly longer, but there's just so little you can do when your opponents are in need of an extra second here.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen here. Is JC going to win both gunfights? No. A lot of investment here on this P2 to close it out, and I don't blame them. Unfortunately, it's not going to go there. 249 to 223. Mont need just 1 second. Hills popped. JC spraying and praying, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 1 going down to the wire. Well, not quite. 250 to 223. That is going to be a Ice Mont victory. And a well-earned one. After that first set of hills, things just kind of went sideways for the side of Icy, and Mont just never really looked back. Had a scrappy third reset. Fortunately for Icy, they just were not able to rise to the occasion. If we take a look at the Pulse Carnage report, JC might be your MVP, but I do believe ZZ top-fragged in the lobby with a 39 and 23. But hell, JC, I didn't even see this, bro. 3 minutes and 15 seconds on the hill? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Mans can do both.
Man was on a mission and no one was going to take him out of there. 3 minutes 15. 100 and... Wait, no, 100. What am I saying? Yeah, no. 195. Look at him go. Almost 200 points that Mon got were purely by JC, of course, with the help of his allies, nonetheless, but... you know what I mean?
That was a freak of a game.
200 seconds out of the 250. JC was there. Dude was just so focused on it. And he was also getting plenty of kills, like you mentioned. He got 34. Outstanding job by him. Last season he was killing it, and so far on this one, well, he's all not quite on regular season just yet, but here in Challengers, having a great start.
Oh, having a great start, and I've got to say, man, chat's gonna be like, what the hell happened to Gil, man? He can grow his facial hair fast. I don't know what they are feeding this man, but damn good looking smile, damn good looking beard and mustache, and God, man, he's just a finely groomed fellow, aren't you? Just hot damn. All right, less about Gil, more about the next game ahead, as we're going to be heading over to Hacienda for a little bit of search and destroy. This couldn't make or break this Icy team. Icemont brought their A game. It took them a first set of rotations to get, you know, cool, calm, and collected, but from there on out, man, they just never really looked back. So we're going to see if they can close it out in a 2-0 fashion, or if we're going to get a game 3 here, really up to Icy, and see if they got anything left in the tank. We are going to get a sub into the mix, so it's Rushes, Snarkito, Candy, Brinks. Callow's going to come in. Callow's an interesting talent. He pops off with the SKS, and I'm assuming that's why he didn't opt to play in the Summit. SKS on a map like Summit, probably not the best combination, but anything goes here. This is make or break.
I could fight that thought process. I believe they didn't freaking the SKS monster got like 60 kills on it. I'm talking about Latam. How did I forget his name? Lucasin.
Oh man, Lucasin. Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember back to stage 4.
So
he dropped. Yeah. Lucasin is like, I mean, he's goated with any weapon though. Like Lucasin in stage 4 dropped 50 plus with a KSP on that map too. Granted, they still lost. It was a hell of a performance. I mean, I think he was just 50 bomb Lucasin. I mean, if he's not an MVP, I don't know who is.
True. All right, moving on to Hacienda. Like you mentioned, if he does opt to use that SKS, there's plenty of angles to be played around with it. So I'm expecting to see a whole lot of action And also, I gotta say that I'm really glad within the new change of the rules, and that is the operators. I feel like that's something that I missed on other tournaments, but on this one it is back, and I always like to see that variety and that strategizing by the teams when they come down to thinking, all right, who's using what and why, you know? Why should you use the purifier and not the vortex machine? That kind of stuff always affects the way that a team has to be playing around in something as hardpoint. So I'm really glad that it's back.
I'm glad it's back as well. I think in hardpoint, especially on a map like Summit, operator choices are key. I mean, you've got a variety of options with the Annihilator and Sparrow being banned. Vortex is a very viable option in any map. And of course, on these close corridors such as Summit, Purifier also makes for a great one. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the Search and Destroy. This is where it is bound to happen. Is this your end of the run for Icy? You put up a hell of a series so far in qualifiers, but you've got to win this one to stay alive. Loser is out. Winner moves on and gets a invite, or not an invited spot, but an earned spot to the main show. Who's it going to be now? As you see everybody's starting to connect in. We're going to have Icy on the attack so they get to set the tone and pace and whatnot for these first 6 rounds. We'll see if it makes a difference.
Right, no one is going to get killed just yet. Everybody just holding their ground, holding the bomb. There's Rush pushing forward. Good push by the side of Icy. First blood is by Snarkito onto JC. Snooze also bites the dust. Bomb has been planted. Rush receives a lot of damage but still managed to survive. The push works out to perfection in favor of Ice. Now they are on a mission to defend this area, and that's pretty much doable. Only 30 seconds left. 3 enemies alive. That's the 5v3. They are just waiting for the side of Icy to try to push forward and find those kills, and that's exactly what happens. Rush with a kill. Melanins finally answering back with that 1 kill for the squad of Mond. Would that be enough? Ooh, that jump shot by CC is so clean, pushing for more, looking for the next kill. Can he do it though? Melosin with another onto Callo.
Oh boy.
Callo not capable of doing it now. Sweet line. Gotta find one, gonna find 2. That movement too smooth. They could not react fast enough against them. That was a good enough effort in a 5v3 situation, but simply not going to be enough. First round will be in favor of Icy.
First round going to be in favor of Icy. They know the keys to success on this map is brute force push. Go through all of the stuns, get that bomb plant down. You're smooth sailing to victory right there. First round adjustments. You see Snooze is going to go ahead and have the outskirts of this vineyard, around the outskirts of fences, your bomb carriers, brings. We're going to go ahead and get the job done. The snooze alert is off. And this is going to be prime time for some action. The jump up, the hop up, it's beautifully played. And that's going to prevent that bomb from going down. Not only that, it's going to cause a little chaos and confusion. Callo going to be able to get one in the midst of the trades. Rushes is dropped. Snooze is beaming right now. Callo finally able to shut him down, but the damage has been done. We're down to a 2v2. Wrong, 1v2. It's all on Snarkito. Takes the gunfight, even has the head glitch. Yuke calls his bluff. And a good payoff round and a great adjustment for the defense to just be right there in a right position, and Snooze picking up 3. I mean, what a way to combat an amazing first round for the attack than to have a stellar defense for Icy, or for Icemon.
Absolutely. Changing the way they played that round, it just worked so wonderfully for them. Let's see how they do now on round number 3. Will we see some more, a little bit of a hyper aggression kind of deal by the side of Icy? They gotta be cautious though. Oh, I think we should go with JC. JC pushing onto the back end of the opponents. Could be landing the first blood. He does, but bites the dust. A good reaction time by the allies over at Icy. Still not gonna be enough, as there's the sniper shots being fired. A 3-for-2 trade going in favor of Mont. 3 versus 2. Callo playing here with a Craig 6, bites the dust. News with yet another kill. That's a double for him. Brinks reacts back by eliminating CC. This is a 1v2, bomb in hand. Takes a little bit of damage. Managed to survive. 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock. That's more than enough for him to try to somehow split the opponent's action. But the problem is that they are pretty much hand in hand next to one another. Finds the first enemy, begins to do a lot of damage. They are hiding, and that's exactly what was gonna happen when they are so close to each other. If they are shooting at you, you're just pretty much gonna be bait while I push through that middle door. That's the kill in favor of Mon. That's another round for them, and a good defensive round yet again for them. Snooze, 3 kills on each round that they've won so far.
There we go. That's a recipe for success. Just have Snooze pop off. Obviously, it was a good 2v1 closeout. You play your duos very well. You force your hand in your opponent. For a second, I didn't think Melisson actually saw him, and then he had to snipe. I was like, what a demon, bro. What a freak. Built different. Right now, the push over towards the B side. J-Say doesn't know what to hit. Brinks, what the hell were you looking at, homie? Free kill. Try to cheek his way through the wall site. J-Say does find one before he goes. A pick off there from ZZ as the adjustment onto the dim fence. The focus here on this B site. It's read like a book, and look at the collapse. Everybody from Mont, they're circling the parameter. And it might be a free kill here for Yuke if he gets the action in. But, oh boy, the shots is not there. Doorway causing a little bit of chaos itself. Unfortunate, though, for Icy as they've lost another member. It's Snooze picking up another. That's his 7th. 2 players left standing. They're going to go ahead and revert back towards this mid-map. Clear the office side. Good shots. Melison's dropped. ZZ and Snooze now left in a 2v2 with 55 seconds, and this is where things slow down. You make this calm, collected push over towards the A side and get this bomb down ASAP, or do you try to find, you know, maybe get a little greedy and find one more pick before you do so? I think Candy has the right idea, but I don't think this is the angle you need to be holding. Get to safety and get this bomb down. That's the play right there. Go ahead and put it up. We're just clocked 44 seconds skill, and we're going to have a 2v2, and this should be an interesting takeover for the side of Mont.
Absolutely, Mon now in the need of defusing that explosive device. Can they do it? Snooze still alive. We've heard it from Verdict. As long as he pops up, they tend to take that round. So far, he's gotten 1 kill, which is, of course, not bad. But with that bomb being down and 2 more opponents in front of you, let's see how much Snooze can do. Pushing forward with the CVR. Not going to see anyone just yet. Pushing now more aggressively. The timer is running out. Pushes one more time. Hides behind that bomb. Goes for those kills, but he's going to pay the price. ZZ completely on his own. Only 10 seconds left. And there's not enough time for him to try to go for that play. He's just trying to get at least a kill. Something still away from the opponents, but Candy's gonna say no to that. A great round for Candy, a great point for IZ, and that is gonna tie the game once more. Verdict 2 for each side. This is as close as it can be. Really similar in a sense as to what we saw on that game of Hardpoint.
No, it's definitely the sense. I think that was a great adjustment and a great bounce back and a great regain round. After taking 2 brutal beatings, Snooze picking up 6 kills in 2 rounds. They keep him down to 1 this time. I guess the keys to success here for Mon is, hey, we need Snooze to pick up 3. And as soon as I say that, he's good for 1. He almost gets the 2nd, only good for the assist. This A-side hit was bread and butter in the first round, but it has been very spicy since. As Brinks in the corner, just content holding the angles. Doesn't know quite well. There are plenty of people around to take shots at, but completely being outnumbered and trying to take on the world, just not an option. Is going to be taken down, though, as the cheeky peek there from J-Say is going to land him another kill. And Snarkito and Candy, no bomb in hand, going to have to do it on their own. A minute left to go, so plenty of time to play. We'll see how Mont hold this bomb hostage and what they do with the remaining 4 players. You can see it looks like they're going to couple up. You got 2 players holding the site effectively. You got 2 holding through the office site. This might not be it. The solo push-up from Snarkito has got to be big. Candy's going to be good for 1, though, as the office is cleared out. Nobody there to get the trade. With 45 seconds left to go, still anybody's game in a 2v3.
Everyone's game, that's for sure. The problem being that the bomb is on the ground, and that's exactly what Mont is playing around with. Candy bites the dust, and now that is Narkito completely on his own 1v3. Less than 30 seconds on the clock. He's trying to push to gain control over that bomb, but the second he does, everybody knows where he's at, and they are all gonna collapse onto him at the same time. Bomb has been taken. 15 seconds. Noose is behind him. He hasn't realized that. Begins to plant the bomb. No, he's actually just hiding. He's still trying to go for those kills. The problem is, like I mentioned, everybody knew where the bomb is at. All they had to do was walk towards it. That's the kill, that's the round, that's another point going into the lead of Ice. Mont, really well performed by Mont, if I might as well add. It definitely feels like their communication has been just so on point whenever they are winning those rounds. Yes, News has been a huge part of it, but also quite a few of his kills have been because his allies are always really, really good with the callouts as to where the opponents are at each moment.
No, you're absolutely right, Gil. Right now, it's one of the last rounds here on the attack for the side of Icy. They were able to pick up 2 so far. Might be looking for a 3rd, but no, here comes a Uke. Coming through with a massive 2-piece, looking to make it 3. Jayce going to be able to take down Starkito, lurking in the middle of the map. 2 players left standing, and Callow holding his ground, going to be able to win 1 with the gunny. Jayce, oh, just a bit shy of getting the kill. As now it's all left to Candy. Squiggly line character name, symbols, whatever you want to call them. Just as long as you say their name. 7 kills to the name. Gonna need 2 more to close this out and even us up before we flip sides. With 2 players left standing, Melicent, we don't have too much, intel of where they could be at. Just to know the fact that they're probably holding off angles with that sniper in hand. Candy free to roam through the bottom side of the mansion. With that silence popped, I'm sure there's nobody that's gonna know where he's at. Allow him to slow his gameplay down and get any kind of intel before this clock strikes. 30 seconds left to go. Bombs down. Melicent might have hit Saul right here. Oh, you didn't have the kill shot.
Oh, no!
Bro, no mommies. Ain't no way, bro.
Ain't no way. That reaction time, though. Like, the second he took that shot, he was like, boy, if you don't land the second, I will not miss my shot. What a kill going in favor of Melicent. Great reaction time, like I mentioned. Great kill. And now we're no longer even. That's a 4-2 lead in favor of Ice Mont. And with that, we're going to be switching sides, ladies and gentlemen. Now they are the ones in charge of trying to plant that explosive device, but Candy is going to say no quickly by eliminating Snooze. CC reacts back by eliminating Rash, but that 2-for-1 trade will still be in favor of Icy. Now pushing forward, there's Uke. Uke pushing forward, but eventually tries to take it slower. I feel like he could have been good if he took the right path. The problem is that he doesn't really know what the right path is in this kind of situation. He's trying to wait for the play to be made. The bomb's on the ground, so that's something that Mont has to take in consideration. Uke is now yet again in a mission, just pushing forward, trying to take someone by surprise, but Snarkito was ready for said surprise, was ready for that kill, takes it quickly. That is the 4 versus 2. They are not happy about not being even. They were trying to end this last round with a 3-for-3 scoreboard, but right now, Meloncine on his own, 1v4, shotgun in hand, tries to go fight against Callow, tries to retreat back, goes for a kill, not going to be enough. That was a good first shot, but unfortunately for him, misses the second one, ends up dying. That's another point for Icy as they get closer to the opponents. I don't know, man. Let's be reminded, whoever wins this match is going straight onto regular season, and the other one has to say bye-bye for at least a couple of months on tomorrow, Mayhem.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And now everything's on the line. The fence holds strong there. The line not going to be pushed, but here comes a brute force one. The hit onto the A site, smokes down. Callow's there to hold off the fences. Nobody in a position to prevent this bomb from going down. We'll see if anything amounts to it. Jayce going to be able to find first blood in the feed. That's on the off angle. Melison's going to be able to add fuel to the fire. That's another one. Bomb is secured and down. The 3v5 retake is on. Starkito literally bump rush right to the middle of the map. No one even saw him. We'll see if he can go big here. Oh, the head glitch. Not necessarily liking that one. You see he doubles back. Jayce going to be able to pick up another, and this one's looking like it might be over. Barring a miracle. Candy and Snarkito, what do you got? Bring it to the table. Jayce's one shot. Can't get the finish. The teammates not going to give up their positioning to save the homie. The bigger cause, the bigger picture is we've got to prevent this site from being compromised. With 4 people holding the site down effectively, ain't no way. Flash is going to come through. Uke is good for 1. Snooze the other. Line them up, knock them down. 5-3 lead. Continuing to grow here. As Icemont just need 2 more rounds to close this one out. In a 2-0 fashion, Gil. It looks like they are booking their one-way ticket to the show.
Absolutely, Mon really, really close to it, and with Icy, with backs against the wall, they gotta figure something out, and they gotta do it quickly. They've already lost game number 1, and they are so currently losing game number 2 as well. They gotta be cautious, they gotta be careful. Right now, defending on to these A side. There's Brinks, finds one, does a lot of damage to the second, turns around for that kill, but Meloncine gonna land that shot with a sniper. Clear lines with a knock onto CC. All of the action happening pretty much at the same time. That's the 2-for-1 trades. Now everybody's trying to chill for a second, but JC gotta be cautious. He's in the middle of a lot of gun power. And that is gonna be the end of him. Meloncine yet again on his own. Icy not willing to give up. Yet another 1v4 for Meloncine. I'm not too sure if he can make it. I'd be surprised, and really, really good play by him. And he lands the first blood. Has to be cautious though. Plenty of enemies are left. They could be at any given corner. I think he's seen the next victim. Begins to push forward. Will be okay for really, really playing it smart. But the problem is that they already have a general idea of where he's at. They also know where the bomb is too. So they're just waiting for him to go and make a mistake at this point. He's still pushing forward. Callow hiding behind that wall. Meloncine has no idea. And that's the problem with so many enemies, right? They can be at each corner, and you only have 2 eyes to watch with. Eventually, they are just gonna overcome that player diff, and well, that's another point for Icy.
That was a great play from Icy, right? I mean, you know where the bomb's at. You don't give anything for free. You're not out lurking. As a matter of fact, player 3, Snarkito, did a great job of playing his life there. And granted, he didn't get the kill. The fact that he was able to keep him off his trail and keep that player advantage, absolutely crucial. Right now, we're buckling up for a B-side hit. Candy's going to be able to find first blood. Jace trying to sneak on through past inside of the garage. The hit marker going to give a little bit more intel. Scout report says Jace's been the only player here for A or for B. And well, right now, with Jace being down, that means there's got to be more. Well, they're right and wrong at the same time. Look at the redirection. Bad thing is, Brinks is here holding off the choke point. Intel for Callow is going to give him a little bit of an advantage on this site. The guns come in hot. ZZ clears one out. They cleared the cubby out as well. What was looking like a good setup is now spoiled. Rushes and Candy last alive, and Rushes is eating bullets left and right. Candy's left alone. Shoes on the other foot. It's a 1v4. This time around, it is Candy's job to get the job done. And with 50 seconds being reduced to 45, this 1v4 retake looking damn near impossible.
Really, really impossible. 1v4, only 35 seconds on the clock. Candy here with a sniper, trying to somehow make it happen. But like you mentioned, he's just so problematic. He's just taking his time, but time is the favorite thing in favor of Mons, as they all have to wait. Snooze yet again, finding another kill. We haven't seen that much from Snooze after those initial, I want to say, 3 or 4 rounds, but it doesn't matter too much when the entirety of your team is stepping up. That's 8 kills for Meloncine, 8 for JC, 11 for Snooze, 5 for CC. CC with that double kill last round was a really key part of that victory. And Yuk with 7 months on the brink of landing a spot onto the Mobile Mayhem regular season of winter 2023. And Burdick, take it away, because this could be the last round for IZ.
This could be it. In for the long haul here. Got to play it stout, stellar. Got to play it as conservative as possible. Lives are of the essence, just like time was last round. But we got a little bit of a conservative approach here as the attack trying to feel the vibes for the defense, and the defense is just not giving them anything to work with. So 45 seconds into the round, not a single shot fired, not a single body dropped. Big encounter here for Jace. He's looking for the entry frag. He's going to get shots on Snarkito. Finally able to finish him off and going to continue the reign of terror now. As the chaos is continuing to ensue, Rush is looking for the demon in the lobby. He's right here waiting for you. Door side frame, not a safe place to go. That's going to give the opening towards that B-side rotation where Yuk has already done due diligence clearing off it. It's only a matter of moments before this bomb goes down in the 3v5 retake. We'll see if Callow can get his hands on somebody. Obvious COD timing right there of COD timings. Didn't necessarily peek inside of the cellar, but hey, bombs down. You know everything is on the line here. We'll see if they can reel it back in. You got a good cutoff man in JC holding down the bottom side of office. And this hit is going to come from 2 or 3 different places. Right now, it's being expected from the hallway to the connector. And Mellison just, I mean, I don't even know how you don't peek that angle, bro. I mean, I literally, there's so many places you can come from, and that is happened to be one of them. We're even back up at a 3v3. The post-plant positioning just gets a little too greedy. Snooze, drops, Yuke gets one. He's the last one alive. He's going to get taken down with plenty of time. What the hell just happened there? That was supposed to be a perfect plant. B, just not it for the side of Icemont. What the hell just happened? I've seen people crumble under pressure, but there was not a lot of pressure. It just looks like you handed them that for free.
Yeah,
I'm
they
sick right
lost
now.
control too quickly. I wouldn't say that they had plenty of time to defuse that bomb, but just about enough to make it happen and still keep the dream alive in favor of Icy. I gotta agree with you. I definitely felt like that was gonna be the round that Mod needed, but they just dropped the ball and they are now with another match point, so they're not tied up quite yet. The overtime is not active just yet, ladies and gentlemen. They need one more round on the side of Icy if that's what they're aiming for, and I'm sure it is. I'm sure that they are looking to find something like that. Let's look at JC as he begins to push forward, already onto double-digit numbers for him. 10 kills total for JC. Trying to push forward, gotta be Kesh's body takes that kill. On to Kylo, first blood going in favor of Mont, and that is not enough for JC, still pushing forward for more. Bomb being handed by Snooze. Snooze, what was the player with the most kills, has now been tied by JC. JC now aiming for more, like I mentioned, could find another kill here onto the B side. Patiently walking slowly but surely onto that kill, onto Rash. That's 2 for 2 in favor of JC. A 3 versus 5. The defense here is going to be really, really important by Snarkito, who gets caught by Snooze. Snooze takes a lot of damage, but still manages to take that kill. Burning, that bomb is going to be planted. And this is a 5 versus 2. There's no shot, right? There's no shot.
Oh, boy, I wish I could say there's no shot, but after seeing that 3v5 and another B bomb plant, possible. Right now, it's all on Brinks. Oh, rounds the quarter right into the main room, and it's all on Candy. 13 kills to their name. The shots aren't hitting. Bottom side push by Yoke. Puts the finisher in. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 coming down to the wire in a 5v2 scenario. Of course you can't choke that one. 7-5 win, the 2-0 series going to be earned, and a spot at the table with the remainder of the invited teams. We've already named one that was cold for challengers. Well, now we can name Icemont. I gotta say, after that round before, bro, I wish I was excited. I can't say that 3v5 was just not gifted. Granted, they got the job done. It was just a disgusting thing to watch for them. Fortunately enough, they get the job done in 7-5 fashion. We don't go to overtime. We can call this one done, and our first series is out of the way.
It is out of the way. I gotta say, I enjoyed it. It was really, really nice. And you know, the two sides of the coin, right? Of course, there's the player going out early of this season. They made it into the challengers. They were close to getting into the regular season, but GG's. They played really, really good. Mont is not an easy team to fight against, and well, they were really close. You know, 250 onto what was like 220 something on hardpoint.
Yep.
Here on S&D 7-5. Really, really close. GG's for them, and congrats to Icemont as they gain that opportunity to once again play onto the big stages here on the regular season of Mobile Mayhem.
Yeah, you're right. Taking it back to the main stage of Mobile Mayhem, we're going to take it back to the host desk. Deanna, talk to me. First challenger team to make it through. Still got plenty, well, technically the first one. We saw Cold actually make it through as well, but that was off of a freebie. Thoughts on that series?
Definitely was a very good series. Obviously, the first game that we had a hardpoint on Summit. I really like Summit, and I really like hardpoint on Summit. It's kind of map. It's the type of map that actually gives you a chance to have a lot of kills, right? And usually, I do see lots of players do a lot of kills on this one because it's quite small. But we did start it with a close P1 and P2. The setup was very good on both sides. Obviously, the transition towards P3 was good on the side of IC. They had the trades, they had the position, they had the spawns, managed to get a small lead. But then the P4 opened with Icemont on it and managed to get the lead that they needed, made it close, get the lead, and then we were heading towards the first set of rotations, right? The P1 again. In that mix, we did had players getting their score 6 build. We had the players using operators quite going back and forth, right? We did had at some point someone was leading, at that point, at other point was the other team leading. But it was all about the P1 reset, okay, that put Icy in a difficulty because it was quite close, 230 to 200 at some point. And Icemont actually hold it very good, moving towards the P2, where the score was like 249, right? And I was like, damn, how much Icy can actually hold it, right? They hold it very good, they contested, they got some points, and then the P3 opened actually with Icemont on it and managed to get the fast kill, managed to get the fast win. I wanted to say the kill, but nobody was actually there because they had the early rotations, they had the spawns very close, so P3 was very, very good for them. And also, in my opinion, the player that did the most, obviously, it was JSay. He did stay 3 minutes 15 on the OBJ. That is big, right? We don't really see this kind of numbers, and also dropping the 34 kills is a lot. Yeah, indeed, there was one more player with 39 kills, but in my opinion, he was the MVP, okay? 3 minutes on the OBJ and slaying, it's amazing. And then the S&D, we don't really see that many Hacienda S&D, right? And I was quite happy to see it. We did started with IC being on the attacking side, okay? They did had a very convincing first round. I was like, okay, they're gonna have it in the pocket. But then as fast as I was thinking about that and write it down, right? Icemont actually came in with the win. We did had a lot of like 2v1s, 1v1, 3v1s, right? And one player that in particular caught my eye was Snooze, who in 4 rounds did 8 kills, right? True was that afterwards couldn't really catch more kills. I think he was the MVP with 12 kills, but still in the first 4 he did 8, so that was amazing. During the next couple of rounds, the team trying to get the same amount. I think at some point JC had 8 kills too. Right, we were switching rounds, we were switching sides, and we did got Icemont on the attacking side, and that was the moment when they actually got a lead, and they kind of not let it, right? We did had a 6-4 or something like that, and so on. We did have that almost not the last round, but before the last round, that was very convincing on the side of Icy, and I was like, oh, maybe a comeback. But Icemont was here to actually get to this place and move to Mobile Mayhem this season, right? So definitely it was a very convincing S&D game. So overall, it was very good. I was very excited to see this game, and definitely I just say that I'm very happy to be here, right? To actually host and talk about it.
Oh,
that's why I talk too much, but I really wanted to talk about the game because
your recaps are like very detailed. Like I just said, I'm like, damn, that all that happened. Oh yeah, I do remember that. And then as soon as you said it popped open with 249, I was like, oh, I remember that moment. That so vivid and just painting a picture. But I'll paint us another picture of the matches of the day. We still got 2 more to go. It's Sonic Club and Typhoon up next, and then we got Enigma and Void to close us out. We still got some pretty solid matchups, but I think that first series was a great way to start the day off. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely. And we talked a lot, and we shall take a break. In between the break, we're gonna hear words from our sponsor, Code Mobile and Gorilla, and we're gonna be right back. and welcome back. Obviously, we are back for the second game of tonight. That's gonna be Sonic Club versus Typhoon. And yeah, after that, awesome first game. Guys, what do you think about this one? Verdict?
This one should be an eventful one. I think this Sonic Club team definitely brings a lot to the table. This Typhoon team, we saw sparks of greatness out of them in qualifiers. But I have to roll with Sonic Club being overall the more well-rounded team. I think they've worked out every kink that they could through qualifiers. I think they've progressively gotten better. I think we're going to see a lot more of this team, and I think they're going to get a spot here in the challengers to move on to the main season.
Okay, Albania, what do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, I am not too sure about this winner. I had names from the last match teams that I had to go after. On this one particularly, I of course I see Fahim, I see Denicio and Vincent, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what to expect myself actually.
Well, definitely. Actually, me and Verdict saw yesterday playing Sonic Club a lot, so I'm actually very excited to see how they're gonna play against Typhoon. I did not catch them play before, so definitely I'm gonna be here and type everything down. But yeah, both teams are in the lobby, so Verdict, can you go over the map picks?
Absolutely. We're going to start this thing off on a hard point standoff. Is action's going to be ensuing. It's going to be a sweaty one. Search and destroy on takeoff. If we make it to a game 3, it's going to be an Aussie Indy yet again. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get some Aussie Indy in the chat. Wait, is that the right best of 3? Because I don't think I've got... I thought we had a raid. Is that a raid Search and Destroy was supposed to be? No, that's the last match of the night. Good night. I'm really thrown off. At any rate, I was supposed to be doing one thing, and I started doing another, and obviously I just... we're gonna have Firearm Range and Summit banned, as well as the Annihilator and Claw. And that being said, this best 3 looks pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to actually see the game, so I'm gonna be back after this matchup, guys. Good luck.
All right, Gil, it's you and I yet again. We're gonna do-si-do here in standoff as game number 1's about to kick off, and I've already made my predictions. I think I see a lot more familiar names on the right-hand side of the screen as I was looking at it. Fahim, Denicio, they've been here, they've done that. Blentz has participated in a few seasons as well. So it'd be a downright upset if we don't see the Sonic Club win. But again, it's all about execution. Right now, it's all about P1. I restarted my emulator hoping that the game wouldn't be laggy, and surely enough, it's even laggier than it was before. So hopefully that'll fix itself throughout the game.
You know what? Funny enough, Vincent is still yet to be moving in this game. Still AFK over at team's spawn. Finally begins to move right now. Does a 360 just to add some style points onto his AFK-ness. And now he is pushing onto the inside of Granny's on the bot side. Tries to go for those kills. Not gonna be enough. Captain there with the shotgun just doing a lot of pain onto the opponents. That is yet again more of a defensive strategy approach in favor of this team, doing a great job, almost entirely going their way. That's 40 points out of I want to say like 45. Incredible P1 will go here for the team, who are now trying to rotate on to the next one. But for starters, that was really well executed. Now coming down from behind, I do see aimbot.x. Aimbot here is gonna clean the path. Oh my god, Typhoon trying to get there early, but let me tell you, Sonic Club doing a great job here.
Sonic Club trying to get back into it right now. They are pointless rolling into this P2. They had the early setup, but as we mentioned, it's spoiled. It's going to be Typhoon putting the respect on their names. God, Verdict, why are you picking so awfully? I think I had a case of this last night, I would say. And in this instance, I am just eating my words left and right. Typhoon has put a complete lockdown. Finally, some hill time going to be collected. Sonic Club trying to get back into it. Down by 70, rolling into the midway point of this P2 factory site. 2 players there to hold down the fort. And unfortunately, it's going to be the contest from up top. Mari's going to get dropped. Blentz is all on his own. The drop down for the contest for aimbot. Oh my god, what a freak. He's sitting on 8, damn near double digits so far. And they're going to be able to pick up the scrap for free now. As P3 bound we are. Sonic Club trying to get the early setup. We saw it be spoiled by Typhoon earlier. We're going to see a repeat in this rotation, Gil.
I think I was saying the name's wrong. Yeah, Typhoon is the one controlling this one, and Sana is the one struggling. Like I mentioned, I'm not 100% familiarized with these two, so I apologize for the inconvenience. But yeah, the names are now on the sides that they're supposed to be. And now into the blue house, there's a good start of a defense going in favor of Sonic Club, as there's Blends using that Purifier. On top of that, the Hunter Killer Drone takes a double. That Pred Missile takes another kill now onto Nyx. A great defense in here. Problem is they lost a little bit of control as to who was inside of the hill. Now the rotate Blends with 16 kills already. Verdict 16. Doesn't
Jesus.
matter if, for example, Fahim, surprisingly enough for me, only has 2 kills right now, because the others on the team are doing a great job. And after being like, I want to say what, 60-0, they are all of a sudden really close to tying the score within one another, as they are now pushing onto the side of Market. Captain, once again with the shotgun, will make an effort to prevent that from being the case. They're going to be there first by the side of Typhoon, but let's see for how long that defense lasts.
We'll see how long it's lasts. Right now, it's like a flick of the switch, and all of a sudden, the monsters and the demons are awake here in this lobby. It's Typhoon who have a stronghold on this P4 site. Market is an absolute shutdown. Wrong. Here comes Mad Jin. He's going to be able to find the opener right there to close off the perimeter, and just like that, the break, it is going to be stuck. Vincent there for moral support, more or less, right now, as the operators are coming through in abundance. Aimbot finally going to be able to get on the hill and get the break and retake. They're going to be able to manage to keep the lead for now. 20 seconds left to go. Spicy first set of hills, but it is going to be the advantage still being reserved into the pockets of Typhoon. As we go ahead and get ready for our first listen, let's go ahead and dive in. See how the morale sounds, as things didn't look necessarily great in the first set of hills. Let's see how it sounds in this P1 reset for the side of Sonic Club.
Oh gosh, bro. One statue.
Two statue.
Oh, wait, I'm coming guns.
I'm reconnecting, wait. Guys, can you hear me?
Dead on site.
Yeah, I can hear you.
One step here.
Walk inside and one statue.
I'm reconnecting. Statue dead. I'm pushing the alley. One more statue, nice, he's dead.
One broken.
One farm.
Daily one.
Farm still.
Oh my gosh, one, yeah, farm.
Farm dead. One gas. Try to contest, I'm going to
Daily side dead.
Daily absolute nice.
Stop Granny's one shot.
Push his side shotgun, close the...
This is one of those moments of chaos and confusion, right? You get a little bit of a disconnect. Blends, we've already heard it. He's dropped 16 in the first 3 sets hills, sitting on 19, so a little bit of a connection issue right now. But very unfortunate, but the game's still pretty close. 60 points is the deficit rolling into this P2 reset. And I'm taking a look at Blends. We were talking about Vincent being AFK. Well, I think the shoe's definitely on his foot right now, as he's going to be taken out, and this is not a great way to start a series, Gil.
Not great whatsoever. You said it perfectly. Mio right now just got a double kill with the SKS, by the way. 24 kills for this player over here now, looking for 25, but unfortunately gets spotted there by one of the opponents. I think that was Majin. I'm not too sure, but alright, well, as we are now here at the factory, there's still 40 seconds left, and the side of Sonic Club are trying to regain some sort of composure inside of here. Majin's here with the CBR alongside with his Zylite are trying to survive. Not really thinking about getting the enemies out, more of a defensive approach as long as they are not taking points. We are happy with it. It seems like it worked out to a certain extent, as they are now yet again kicked out of that point now. Fahim was trying to get early inside of blue. He did get a kill over there, but then bites the dust by the opponents. The remaining of the team is trying to rotate in. There's Blends trying to go through that window with a Purifier. Careful there, because that burns. Still dies. Manages to get that kill, but it doesn't matter. Not enough success by using that operator, and that is even more trouble by the hands of the players over at Sonic Club. Now Typhoon, captain here, with his own Purifier, gonna take one kill over there, begins to defend for the squad. A 70 points lead could be getting even higher in favor
Oh,
of
man.
Typhoon, as Captain doesn't allow no one to get close. Nyx doing the same. Nyx finding a double. There's now two different Vortex machine being used at the same time, and Verdict, although we definitely see that Sonic Club are just constantly trying to fight back. They have not been able to actually maintain some sort of even fight against Typhoon.
No, and you're absolutely right. I mean, through the smoke right here, Nyx is going to finally be taken down in 18 seconds. So you're playing for scraps, and surely it's 3 players invested on that one. The rotation, though, it's been highly productive for the side of Typhoon. They've got a massive lead. I'm sure their comms are going to sound a little more clear and concise. Let's go ahead and dive in and see how it sounds, as this one might be closing out here in the next 2 to 3 hills.
Two guys, one guy dead. Again. Top back two.
Top market, guys.
Top back two clear.
They come and get, box. Box is
Broken.
Broken.
Hype it up.
box. No.
Arvet Carly.
Granny, bottom granny, one top.
Dead.
Box there, in point, go.
You can do this. One more. Found.
One dead.
That's one boxes.
I'm going top market.
Boxes.
Nice.
Top pack,
Boxes.
one guy.
Oh fuck, we're boxes, guys. Boxes.
Broken. Farm.
One blue one.
Box is dead. Again, box is one box.
No, nice.
Oh my, things are just getting hot and heavy in there. You heard the comms, they were consistent all the way throughout. I even saw Captain's 2-piece, and it was a double. Right in the door frame, they locked it down. P4, one of the biggest money hills in all of COD Mobile. Hardpoints, certainly very, very productive. And there, 15 or 16 seconds only needed to close this one out, Gil. This one might be over.
It probably is, if I'm being honest. 100 points lead going in favor of Typhoon. It seems like more than enough to just secure this in a moment. Right now, they got some more control. Nyx trying to defend here with the CBR. Gotta find one, gotta find 2 assistants over there. There's Puto pushing from behind. Turn somehow survives that. Throws that hard to kill drone. Doesn't even matter where. Takes the lead so strong at the beginning and consistently throughout this game. Typhoon controlled their opponents to their best capabilities. Verdict, that's a GG well played. That's a 1-0 lead going in favor of Typhoon. Sona are in really big trouble as they are now with the backs against the wall. They gotta be thinking about the next game, but right now, look at those numbers on the side of Typhoon. Verdict, 36 kills there for Nyx. There's 33 for Captain. Mir also with 36. Maybe we got 2 players with 19, but overall, the teamwork of this team, you said it, their comps as well, it was just marvelous.
It was, and it was a little bit of confusion and a little stale in the comms. I mean, obviously, you're not going to be having a good time if you're having connection issues, and that was pretty much the entire listen-in we had for the side of Sonic Club. Very upset after that Game 1 performance, but as Gil mentioned it, you've got to put it behind you. Why? Because still a best of 3. Still got to face this team off in a search and destroy game, and you got to have everything in line rolling into this game number 2. It's all on the line. You lose, you're out. You win, you got a fighting chance. You take it to a control. Post-action report looking pretty damn solid. Nyx was frying. Captain was picking up 2 pieces. Mari was just, I mean, controlling traffic from each and every angle. 36 and 28. It was picture-perfect performance for one of these teams, and it was Typhoon this time around. I mentioned Sonic Club being OP, being the names that I've mentioned in the past and seen it several seasons before, but it's Typhoon who came through with the highest energy. Those comms were electric rolling into that hard point. We'll see if they can keep that same momentum now, as we do see a little bit of a substitution. It does look like Sinone's going to come in for the side of Typhoon. I don't know if I would have tinkered with that roster, but hey, it's Search and Destroy takeoff. Let's go ahead and close it out, right?
Absolutely. There's something that we may not know, as they are now with the opportunity to close it here on the S&D. Like you mentioned, we would be moving on to takeoff. Yes, onto takeoff, which also means that, if I'm not mistaken, Blue is on defense first, but I don't know. I want to say that the last season on Mobile Mayhem, whenever we saw S&D on
Yes.
takeoff, I don't know where it was like a 180 flip, right? It was more of an offensive kind of map. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, I don't know what to expect now.
I'm right there with you. I don't think we've seen a region that completely does everything differently as far as Search and Destroy takeoff goes. As a matter of fact,
Yep.
yesterday I recall we saw one team flip and they just picked up 5 rounds in a row. It's like, how the hell do you do that, man? Like, where do they do that at? Obviously, it's in Europe. So this is the action here for Challengers. We're on our second series of the night. We're midway through it. We are going to be determining one team's fate. Who's going to be moving on to the main show? Is it going to be Typhoon? Well, they just need one. And if you were to side of Sonic Club, if you're rooting for them, you need them to take this one to stay alive and have a little bit of a fighting chance now, as we do see the defense here for Typhoon, as we mentioned. We'll see if they can play their cards right and take the advantages off the rip. If you're the attack, hell, you're banking on getting these first 6 wins and not even struggling. Well, we'll see if it happens, though, as Captain's made his way up into a little bit of a perch. This might be a little bit of a problem if Sana doesn't sniff him out.
Captain, oh my Captain, Jesus Christ, he doesn't seem to be afraid of nothing here now. Especially waiting, he gets the call that there's people over there. He begins to think about pushing forward, finds, he doesn't see the opponent, still manages to find that kill. I'm so surprised that he's alive, if I'm being honest. I don't know what happened there, but it worked out for him. That is the 2-for-1, no, the 3-for-1 trade. Still heavily in favor of the members over at Sona Club. Captain still alive, though, with a shotgun in hand. A good nade out of nowhere almost took him out. Still managed to survive that push by Fahim, and the kill by Majins. I don't know. That was so weird. I don't know where to, like...
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but that's around. And look at that.
I feel horrible. I was swapping POVs. I was like, okay, Captain, do something, do something. I was like, oh, he's not going to do anything. And I looked at Denisio, who on this map is a freak of nature with a sniper. Of course, as soon as I flipped over him, he had already killed Mari. Very unfortunate caught time. And then I missed the cat. It was just it was a cluster. I'm terrible. I'm the worst spectator in the world. Somebody give me a professional observer who knows what they're doing. Well, right now, it's the attack strats coming through. Captain, yet again, in a compromising position. Does have 2 players right on the outskirts. Vincent able to slip through the cracks, but the shots are going to give away his location. The Ego Child is bold as hell. Fahim tucking his tail. Fahim, oh my god, just absolutely dumpstered him. And Captain, oh my Captain, we'll see you next round. This round was not kind to you. No 1-piece, no 2-piece, nothing. Just shots and damage. Not resulting in anything turning around. The first blood's in. The execution here for the attack. They're going to play it cool, calm, and collective over towards this B site where Blends is going to try and get this bomb plant down. The cross being covered by Vincent. Look at this creepy, sneaky. Up the ladder he goes, or up the stairs he goes. He's good for Mari. And get shots on Sinone, who's just going to have to force the rotation through, and that's going to leave 2 players left alive. 30 seconds left to go. Bar miracle, this should be another attack round win.
Oh my god, weren't we just talking about it? It is just so weird. Look at I think there was Benson there finding that last blood. Oh my god, 2 in a row. You said it, you called it. Another victory round in favor of the attacking side. The offensive fellas are in here to win it. That's 2 in a row in favor for Sonic Clubs. Great job there for them to begin with. Let's see, round number 3. Round number 3. Can they do it 3 for 3 now? It is really, really important not to make it easy for your opponents. You want to, of course, if you're losing 1-0 on the overall series, to try to take it on to the third one. Fahim fights yet another first blood. My boy Fahim may have struggled last game, but look at him go right now. 4 kills for him so far, putting in the work for the squad. Mir gonna answer back by eliminating Denisio. That's gonna be a 4 versus 4. Fahim still trying to defend a couple of different areas at the same time here with the sniper. Goes for the wallbang that barely misses. It would have been really, really cool to see that wallbang. Unfortunately for him, that's not going to land. Blends with a nade. Takes down Mir. That's revenge over the death of Denisio. The bomb, though. Bomb still being carried by Blends. Blends pushing forward towards tickets. patiently waiting, walking by with his allies. Aimbot takes a kill, but he took a lot of damage, and with the call out, he bites the dust as well. That's going to be a 3 versus 2 now. Going for the defense, there's Sinon alongside with Captain. Captain alive. Sinon with no kills just yet. Pushing from behind with a sniper. Keep an eye open for Sinon. With the DLQ, bomb is gonna be planted. Vincent trying to defend. Simon misses the first shot. Now they all know where he's at. Misses the second as well. Tries to take at least 1 kill. Come on, Simon, you can do it. No, you cannot. A great movement from Blance and another kill for him. Captain is left alone. Verdict. We are most likely going to be watching yet another dub in favor of offensive side here, as Captain lands a great flick onto Blance here. 20 seconds left. The biggest enemy of Captain right now is definitely the time left. A great smoke will begin to make the enemies push for that kill, because if they don't, he could try to defuse. But like I mentioned, this is just time orientated, isn't it?
It is. It was only matter of moments before you had to make the push. Played it cool as you could be. I mean, you get the smoke down, there's a little bit of panic, and you saw both players kind of pushed in. They were forced. Trying to get that defuse. No, he was just baiting for kills. If he had maybe 15 more seconds, that might have played out a little differently. Unfortunately for Captain, time was of the essence, and while your teammate was getting cornered by 2-3 players, there was no collapse, and you were not there to hold the hand. So, very unfortunate timing. Blends trying to get the redemption onto Denicio, but it's Vincent who's going to be able to clean it out. The A side is free as free. Captain Amari left alone all yet again. Captain, I don't know how the hell you get that one in. The 2-piece. That's going to even us back up. Needed to see that kind of performance last round, but you're slow and steady wins the race.
What?
I mean, look, last round, 2-piece would have been nasty had he collapsed a little sooner, but it was just a slowly developed flank that eventually led to wasting time. Unfortunate for Captain last round. Very fortunate for him this time around, as he reads it perfectly. Drops the crossbow, looking for the cross as well. There's 2 players making it all the way over towards that P4 building, and with a minute left to go, player advantage has disappeared. A little uncertainty here for the attack, and this might be a defending round win if Mari and Captain can keep their cool, calm, and collected together.
They could try it. 45 seconds left. Captain still alive alongside with Mir. That's the 2-4-2 in the hands of both Blends alongside with... Oh, Vincent! The action about to unfold. Mir taking a lot of damage, but still manages to take that kill! Oh my god, Birdie!
Oh my!
How in the world is he gonna survive that?
Bro, I was like, come on, just get to the window and play your life. Mari's like, nope, I chose violence this morning. Hit the first shot, and I was like, okay.
Wow.
And then the second one, he's shooting pixels, bro. What a disgusting follow-up. What a freak of a shot both times around. And the defense strikes for the first blood of this one. 1-3 lead still in the hands of Sonic Club. Don't be fooled, chat. They need it. They need every single round to go their way. They need a guaranteed game number 3. Or they are eliminated. Right now, they are looking for their captain and Denicio. Well, captain's going to be found. The 2-piece is there. The bodies have hit the floor. And here comes the hit for the A site. It's Aimbot holding it down. Aimbot finds one. Blends is going to be able to trade him out. And surely enough, K's there trying to get away with their life. The movement is just too crispy. Vincent shutting him down. Mari's the last one alive. Is he good for another 2-piece kill?
I mean, I think he can. He definitely does. Right now, here the LQ in hand, he spots the enemy, but the timing was not for him to take that shot. They don't know where he's at, which is good news for him as they begin to rotate towards Bravo. He's going all the way back, rotating all the way through Stadium so he can try to surprise the opponent's bomb. It is going to be planted, Verdict, and that is 40 seconds on the clock. Mir with 3 kills, but those 2 were really, really important last round. Can he do it again? I believe he does. Oh, Denicio gonna say no to it. He was like, Gil, just shut up for a second. I gotta take this kill. Don't you know my boy Birdie got my back? He did say that Denicio is fire on this map, and as such, he's one of the players with the most kills right now with 6.
No, he definitely had to end the little bit of a spree that Mari could absolutely use here in a game like this to shut this one down. Unfortunate for him. Denicio just knows the angles. First bloods for the past few rounds have been in his hands right now. Smokes through, cover the front side of this B bomb site where you can see Captain's holding down the fort. Vincent, bro. Through the smoke, I can get it, but there's no way afterwards you don't peek and turn around and see what's going on. Surely enough, the snake bites you on the rear end. And that's the... that's the snake skin, the R9. Denicio finally able to take him down. Captain will see you next round. Bombs planted. 35 seconds left to go on the clock. 3v4 retake is on. Make it a 2v4 as we see Majin holding the angles down. Sinone with 0. Donut Club here for the sub that's being made in. And I mentioned it earlier, like, I don't know why you would mess with the roster that looks good on that first map. Second map, we get Sinone in and not really pulling his weight. 13 seconds left to go. K's in a 1v3. This one's not winnable. Look at the positioning here for the post-plant setup. K's just shooting shots to shoot shots. Denicio. Deagle at hand. Action ready to go. 5-1 lead as we flip sides, Gil. I've got your back in this one. Who is going to have Mari's back in this next few rounds? Is he clutched a 1v2, pretty much. It was a 2v2, but it was a 1v2. Let's be real. I know Captain's got 6 and Kate's got 5, but somebody's going to have to pick up the clutch factor.
Yep, someone will need to do something similar to that fashion. Fahim kill number 6 onto Captain, making him bite the dust. That's one of the players that was helping the most alongside with Case. Case, talking about him, finds that kill onto Blends. Turns around, could find another one, begins to reload here with the CDR. Oh, taking a lot of damage from the distance, turns around, almost finishes that kill onto Vincent, but he gives the call out for his ally to take that kill. Mir simply pushes down with that pistol, takes that kill, and that's gonna be the 3-4-3 fight. No, Denicio yet again with the action, but bites the dust by the hands of Simon. That's the 2 versus 2 verdict. This is 1-for-1 trades. This is not a clean path in favor of Typhoon. Sauna Club may have struggled on hardpoint, but they are still here in it to win it. That is a 1 versus 2 for Simon. The bomb nowhere near him. In his favor, though, I don't think that Sonic Club knows where the bomb is at, but I don't think that's gonna matter too much. He begins to push forward, though. We're gonna get inside through tickets. He could take the 2 kills at the same time. Fahim dies first. Great kill. Doesn't realize that there's someone to his right. Oh, a little bit of a blind spot for him. He now throws the smoke, tries to confuse the enemies here.
That was unfortunate. It's like you get the timing. Maybe you see both of those players up top. Obviously, he was taking one because he saw one. But it wasn't the skin that he saw, so a little bit of a drop ball. We'll see if he can recollect and get this bomb plant down. There's only 15 seconds left to go, and with Majin holding down the A side, there's only one place he could be. Getting that bomb plant down is crucial. Majin gonna force him off. He's gonna win the gunfight too. Perfect timing. The collapse here, 6-1. We might be going to a map number 3, and that was all on a little bit of timing, where you see Majin just magically pop around that corner and disappear. And in that blind spot that Gil mentioned, he was able to spectate and see where Sinone was going, and surely enough, he reads the play to a T. First blood's through, Case is in. Sinone drops 1, but he's also traded in return. Typhoon are down to 2 players. Make it 2v2 style, as Mari's starting to finally pick it up. Oh my! Electric 2-piece there for Mari. I caught the tail end of that second shot, and it was nasty.
It is okay. I mean, somehow they managed to mix it around, as they are the ones with the player lead now. Majin here left alone, and Mir. I don't know how he does it. Like I feel like whenever something like this, like if they shoot at him first, he somehow manages to get those kills. Now he's up to 7 total. The problem still being, we're talking about at least 4 match or game points in favor of Sauna Club. It is a difficult situation for Typhoon to try to handle in here. Benson tries to push forward through the side of Stadium. Few kills are going to be traded. Benson doing a lot of damage. The call out is going to be made. The enemies are running out of there. They are all surrounding one another. Blends with another kill. That's going to be a 4v3 verdict.
4v3. Mari's still alive. There's still hope for the squad. Typhoon hanging on by a thread. Blends is on the prowl. Fahim's going to get dropped in cold blood. Captain is good for 2. And that's going to get the player advantage right back in the hands of Typhoon. They have done a great job of reeling it back in the face of adversity. Unfortunately for them, though, they are one single mistake. Captain pulling it off yet again. We're talking about challengers here, but last season, I think he pulled off the same thing, or maybe it was the season before that. He said he's going to get a crossbow kill. Surely enough, he did get one there. His lineup's perfect. Inicio does pick off one, but the rotation is going to lead him right into the lap of Captain, who is good for 4 that round, including the crossbow kill. I know Day, if he was watching, he'd be on his couch jumping up and down. He did it! He did it! He did it! He got the kill! Yes, he did, Day. Yes, he did. And it was damn marvelous. We caught it.
Oh man, it is just so wild in here. That's 2 in a row now going in favor of Typhoon. Now Captain through the smoke pushing with the R9 in hand. Let's see how much damage he can make it rain this time around. Gotta be cautious about Vincent. Like I mentioned, he's been fearless recently. And alongside with also Majin. Oh my god, blends with the double Majin with another one as well. That's the 3 for no trade in favor of Sonic Club. They are done with this game. They are done with giving opportunities to Typhoon. They just want to crush this game up and go through game number 3. They may be able to do it though, but they still gotta be cautious. We've seen Captain here being sneaky for some reason. Captain just confuses me so much. Why would you?
Did he shoot a trophy? Was
Anyway.
that a trophy or what was that?
Yeah, it was a
shoot
trophy.
Yeah, see, that just gives away your location, and you're in a 2v5. Surely enough, Fahim's going to read it. Captain, you don't have the bomb, but I guess you're just going to snake your way into getting a kill. He does manage to take down Blends, and Blends told me you should feel bad about that one. You knew exactly where he was at, and surely enough, still gets the master of the snakes right to the face. In the ticket booth he goes. It's a reserve 1v4, 40 seconds left to go on the clock. Not a single bomb in hand, and you're surrounded. Come out with your arms up. Denicio's on top of the staircase. Gets the intel that he's there. Here comes the push, the hit. It's inevitable. Gets a drop down. Okay. Still slightly a clutch.
Okay.
No, it's not happening. There we go. Take us back to reality.
Oh,
Reality
man.
is that should never happen, and it did it.
Yeah.
7-3 win. Sonic Club managing to keep this one interesting. We're heading over to a little bit of a control for game 3.
Verdict, I don't know. I
I'm
feel
in
like
shambles.
Captain is such a showmaker at this point. Like,
Yeah. I'm here for the memes too, bro, but come on.
right.
Come on.
Oh man, that was good. That was fun. Okay, so well, GG's, like you mentioned, that's a dub in favor of Sonic Club. We're moving to some control. That was, where was that actually? I don't quite remember. That's on Hacienda. Yes, control on Hacienda, and I feel like it's definitely a map that can be good for offense or defense. Of course, there's always a slight edge if you're on defense, but this one particularly, I don't think personally that is as noticeable. While at the same time, I gotta add, I feel like Captain is gonna be using the R9 again, and I love it. Like, I'm telling you, he's just a showmaker.
Showmaker, showstopper, is captain of all memes. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Right now, I was taking a look at the post-action report, and I was like, damn, man, where'd everybody go? They had no faith. Zero faith. Not a single bit. That's quite all right. There's faith for game 3, and if you count this one out, you're wrong. We're heading there to Hacienda for another show. It is going to be the control. As I was taking a look at the best of 3, I almost forgot myself. And if you need a picture to remind it, there it is up on your screen. The bans coming through for operators were interesting. The Annihilator has been a favorite. Everyone doesn't want to deal with it, and I don't blame them. The Claw, also a very overpowered weapon. On a map like Hacienda, I could definitely see that causing mayhem. Well, no, I can't because it's banned. So we're going to see some vortexes. We're potentially going to see some purifiers. If I had my guess, though, I think a death machine wouldn't be a bad option either. I've seen players use it outside of, the Claw if it's banned. And hell, even sometimes when it's not banned, it's great for wall bangs, good for information. Don't know how much Hacienda is bangable, but I say bangable, like, you guys get the picture. Wall bangable, nothing else. I promise you, okay? Calm down. Chat. You're being weird.
Oh, God. Alright, we should begin really soon with the next game, Verdict, and we don't know, we're not sure what we're about to see, but there's plenty of different opportunities in here. Alright, so Hacienda, Sonic Club, I don't know, man, I don't know. Of course, those operators should make it fun, but we'll still have to wait. Do you expect to see some sort of MVP performance within his own team for captain again, or is gonna be someone different? Maybe Mir with the performance you saw on the S&D could step up as well.
No, I definitely think a map like Hacienda for an SKS player like Mari could definitely be, front and center, especially when it's holding long angles. Now, captain can be, your dirty worker going in and putting some work in the trenches, but he's got to get to a position where he can capitalize. And on a map like Hacienda, it's huge. You've basically got to be sprinting nonstop the entirety of the map. They could be one place one time and, completely on the opposite side of the map the next. It's really going to be difficult for a player like Captain to make an impact here on this map. And I would not be surprised to see him swap up the loadouts. I've seen him have to opt to drop the shotgun and pop a Krieg, or it's not normally his play style. And I know he doesn't like doing it, but on a map like this, you're going to need all guns on deck, and you can't afford to have your captain, left behind because he's opted to, hey, I'm comfortable with the R9. Like, you need to adapt, you need to conform, and you need to make sure that your team's put in the best position possible. And Mari's definitely going to have to lead the pack. Captain's just going to have to fall in line this time.
Sorry, I just got distracted with chat there for a second, but sorry. I'm not too sure. What do you think the delay might be right now within the teams? Hopefully we are. Oh, okay. We are waiting on someone to get back here with us. Right. Well, in this one, I'm just also liking. I feel like it's now been plenty of different seasons. I couldn't think of the word. Seasons where we see different weapons, and I'm still liking it. It's still not stacking on something too specific. Of course, there was the huge bump of the Krieg 6, but still, like I mentioned, we've seen the Fennec rise out, the Switchblade as well, and I'm always down for that kind of performance. I'm not the biggest fan of, when it comes down to shotguns, the R9. I've always preferred the KRM, but I gotta say that it definitely feels like it can shoot at longer range than the KRM on plenty of moments, so I can see why that's been the case. And in a map like Hacienda, of course, you need those long angles. If we see him play once more with that shotgun, I wouldn't personally use it myself, but I can see him trying to play it out on defense, for example, just patiently waiting for someone to walk by on different places of the map throughout this series. But yeah, it should be nice. Okay, and I think we have now finally getting the players. Berg, what do you have to say about who you think could take the dub in here? Because we have already seen the side of Typhoon dominate their opponents on hardpoint, and then have the complete different story, while the members over at Sauna were the ones dominating onto the enemies.
I think they're in a very interesting position right now. Why? Because they made a substitution in the Search or Destroy, and as you just saw, it didn't pan out. Now in Mobile Mayhem, you're only allowed one sub per series. Yeah. So Sanone's gonna have to stick it through. The mistake was made in that midway point right before we started the Search or Destroy, and they decided to make that sub. So that's the reason why we've been at a little bit of a standstill, because they're trying to figure out how they're going to adjust to control, for Christ's sakes. You just can't make that one sub in and back out. So it's not the same roster that we saw from game one. So we're going to probably see different results from map one. We're going to see a little less certainty and a little bit more chaos and confusion, as the sub in didn't make a difference for a Search and Destroy performance. As a matter of fact, it might backfire and lose them the whole series. I'm not saying Sonoma is the reason why they're going to lose. I'm just saying, you make a sub in, you're going to have to, live with it for the remainder of the series, and that could overall impact the morale and the comms. It could, affect the series completely. So we'll see if it pays off. Sonoma obviously put best foot forward in the Search and Destroy. It was just Sonic Club who ran rampant throughout that map, and they dominated from the beginning to the end.
I definitely did not think about that. That is really, really true. Yeah, Case is, I think it was Case, right? The one that subbed in, or was it Sinon?
Sidon.
It was Sinon. Yeah. Well, neither of the two had the greatest performance, but like you mentioned, being the sub, you have certain expectations from them, and those were, I'm certain, not met by them. But verdict, there's no more waiting for us. Let's just get straight onto game number 3. We've said it, some control over on Hacienda, and the first thing that I want to do is check Captain's weapon. I gotta know, man. I gotta know. Is he gonna attempt? I don't think he's gonna be that crazy, right?
Oh,
He's
no,
not,
he's,
okay.
yeah, he's got the Krieg. The thing that I mentioned, though, earlier, though, he's got a death machine, and that is making for a great option for wall bangable spots right now. He's going to open up with the first 2. That's going to give a little bit of leeway, but Denicio, SKS is better right now. He's sitting on 2 himself. 3 for 3 trades coming through, and my goodness, with Denicio making it rain shots of terror, nobody is safe on the opposite side. The bad thing is wallbang's not going to be successful, so no one's going to get dropped, as well as Mari and Kays. Ajin's going to find a 2-piece, and they're going to clean house as well as the front yard. As the first set of rotations through onto this A and B flag, or dom, or control site, very unsuccessful so far for the side of Typhoon.
Successful indeed. Kills are slightly in favor here of Sauna. Denicio doing a great job here with the SKS, getting 4 kills, eventually bites the dust. Mir is with the SKS fight against the opponents, but gets spotted by Vincent. A few kills are traded in and out, and now the biggest problem could be the timer, though. You said it, Typhoon are not thinking enough about the objectives, and now there's less than 15 seconds left, and they get there on time. I definitely doubt it. They are not only losing in time, but also losing in lives left. Fahim finding another kill onto Captain, then Mir. Mir is trying to push forward. Fahim, oh my goodness, my boy was leaping on it on hardpoint, but then after that, he's been wide awake like a phoenix, just rising from the dust, and now the timer is barely secured for an extra couple of seconds. Still, like I mentioned, just not going to be enough. When there's so little time and you're already losing in lives, something like this is gonna happen. You are eventually just gonna run out of time, run out of lives. That is a point going in favor of Sonic Club, who are close to going for a comeback, verdict.
They are. They did. We saw how frustrating game 1 was for them. That second game, though, was just absolutely on point. Right now, they're off to an immaculate start here in the control. 2 players dropped there for them, though. Let's see if they can recover. It's not the defense standing their ground. 1 player left standing in a full wipe completely. Vincent now trying to get into enemy's territories, trying to pick the players apart. Hey, I'm over here. No, I'm over there. Captain's gonna walk right in my face. Captain's gonna get shut down. Vincent picks up his 6th. Looking for the 7th. Erases aimbot with it too. So mid-map control on point there for the side of Sonic Club, but as soon as he's dealt with, that's gonna be progress lost. Hill has not been hopped. The control sites are gonna be a little bit uncertain. With that being said, Fahim's finally gonna be able to put some feet onto this B site, where he's going to maybe met with Case, who's going to be able to take him down, but there for the recovery. It does look like Majin is going to be able to stay alive, but no, it's Case shutting it down. So the progress going to be erased, and already off the bat, both teams kind of struggling here on the offense.
Definitely strolling in here, right? 30 seconds left, defending on Bravo, defending on Alpha. The one pushing first could be Fahim. Fahim on the outskirts of the point over on the... Oof, what is the word? Water fountain, yeah. I definitely forgot that one. It doesn't matter too much for him. He's prolonging this timer, but not for long enough. Taken down, 20 seconds left. Again, both teams are not prioritizing the objective. Finally, we see a 3-man push going over onto Bravo. Let's see for how long that's gonna be. Mir is the one defending this area. Mir with the SKS, 12 kills so far to his name. Now finds another couple of enemies, but doesn't land those shots just yet. Begins to try to defend alongside with his allies. They are pushing aggressively, and Mir makes them pay the price. 14 seconds left, 16 lives, but only 8 on the side of Sonic Club. They are still going for the dove here. Blends managing to survive, finding the second takeover on Bravo. There's plenty of enemies pushing into this area, and eventually he drops dead. Verdict. I feel like maybe these defense are being super strong on both sides. which is just better news for Sauna, as they are the ones who will eventually, we go to a fifth one, have 3 defensive rounds and eventually could take the dub. But right now, Denisio, with that capture alongside with the Xylite, will prolong this one for another extra minutes while only holding 4 lives. No, 3 lives left. They're pushing for more, but Mir gonna make them pay the price. There's a 2 lives left. Denisio, oh my god, Mir with the double. Fahim, the only player alive. 50 seconds on the clock. My boy gonna be looking everywhere as this was some sort of extreme S&D situation for him. Finds the first enemy without realizing that yet again Mir is behind you. Mir doing a great defensive round for the squad. 17 kills total.
Boy.
But I'm sure he got like at least 10 or even more that last round for the squad.
Oh, at least. I think nobody had more than 4 kills on the side of Typhoon in that first opening round. Gotta say, Sonic Club looked better on the attack. I mean, obviously, COD Mobile's not optimized for ticks to be progress towards getting, you know, either side. But if it were, I think Sonic Club are damn near in the lead. Fahim putting some shots in. Denisio going to combine. That's 4. That's almost a complete wipe. They're all going to be sent back to the spawns. And yet again, another round starting off slow here for the side of Typhoon. Man, I drew a blank. I'm going to be honest with you. It's been one of those moments. Unfortunate for them, they are going to have the attacking side, so they're going to have to find some kind of success. Maybe they're hiding strats until we get to that 5th round, but you got to beg that the side of Sonic Club doesn't make anything magic happen on their next attack round. Right now, you've got a bit of progress on B, where Case is trying to hold down the fort. Blends is going to try and get through the smoke. The Purifier going to be better than the CBR. That's going to go, yet again, shut down the progress on either of these sites and keep that clock rolling, more importantly.
Lance finds another extra kill with a Purifier before dying, but still, there is the potential look for a capture on the side of Typhoon. Captain, you said it, with the Death Machine tries to push forward. Unfortunately for him, he was just too slow, ends up biting the dust. The only one alive is Mir. Mir turns around, finds a kill to the SEO. That was nasty. Then, with the chest to the ground, tries to find another one. Not going to be the case, but the second tick is going to come through in that B side. 30 seconds left. A lot of smokes are going to be thrown. Aimbot pushing forward. Aimbot with a pre-fire there, but there's yet another Purifier having an impact. That's a double for Benson. Benson still pushing forward. That's I think that was an assistance. 19 kills total for Benson. Now going onto the enemy spawn. My boy is not afraid of no nothing. Finally going to be executed. But that is definitely going to back out a lot of the plans on the side of Typhoon, because they lost plenty of light. And as a matter of fact, they only have 4 left here, Verdict.
Yeah, they only have 4 left here, and surely not a single bit of success on capturing any of these points. They did get 2 ticks of progress on the B site, but nobody at home on the A site, and with 2 bodies left standing, Sinone and Aimbot, your sub, and then the player who fried in map number 1. They're going to try to do the impossible. 0 seconds on the clock. It's not a bug. It's just the way time works in COD Mobile. As soon as Sinone drops out, it's going to be the end of the round. Surely, if he would have stepped off the objective, it would have been the same exact result outcome. As we get geared up for this next round, it could be the last. Let's go ahead and dive in and see how the comms sound for the attacking side. Let's see what kind of strats are coming through, what kind of reserve they have left. We're going to go ahead and dive in with the side of Sonic Club and give them a chance to redeem themselves for their first listen in.
Push right side, because the right side is a headache. Watch us.
He's gonna slide peek. He's gonna slide peek. Watch. He's dead.
Nice.
One more.
Nice.
2 guys top B. 2 guys top B. One jumping down. One camping us.
Go for the spawn trap.
Oh, behind.
Yeah.
There's spawn.
I told you. One stairs pull.
1 hour spawn trap in the lower side.
Nice, he's dead.
Watch out, they might be sneaking. Watch out.
Yeah, just group.
Real life down.
One's upstairs. He's left side.
One P4. One guy P4.
Group up. You're two split.
Oh gosh, he's bottom spawn, going towards the left side stairs.
With your blends. Speak together. Watch in front of us. Let's guess, one shot, right side.
Dead.
He's on the stairs on the left.
He's 1 HP, he's dead.
Nice.
Yo, we gotta engage B, come on. Take the stairs, take top left stairs. Take top left stairs and then...
Okay, comms are crispy there. It's a lot better than we heard in the hard point, and obviously They got a lot to play for here. This is make or break for them. They can close it out in this control round. And surely enough, they're going to be able to get one tick of progress. 22 seconds left to go, Gil. Things sounding night and day from the first time we listened in with them today.
Absolutely playing a whole lot better as well. They are controlling this defense. They are losing actually a little bit of control over on Bravo as the second tick comes through thanks to the hands of Vincent. Vince is still alive inside of it. The Pred missile gonna secure more time for this fella. They're trying to push in, but the good use by Fahim's Vortex machine. Oh my goodness, Sana, you said it. If they could go for a surprise play here on round number 4, and it seems like that's exactly what they're doing. The lives are really similar, but they have already managed to take one of the OVJs, which is something like none of the two could do prior to this round. Doing a great job now, trying to just go all the way across this map, trying to surprise the opponents in their spawn. And right now, Fahim pretty much on enemy's throat, just pushing as hard as he can be. Eventually bites the dust. Vincent was still alive, dies as well. Mir, the lives are pretty close, which is just bad news for the Typhoon members.
Oh, it is bad news indeed. 40 seconds left to go on the clock. No progress here on the A side. They're trying to play an extended TDM at this moment. Blends trying to get that demon out of the lobby. It's Mari, who has been a massive nightmare and a migraine. Purifier coming out is the best way to combat it. He's going to be good for 2. Fahim's going to be able to get 2 as well. The numbers are there. The hill stacked. 8-7 life count. Denisio shutting down 1 as well. Numbers dwindling here for the side of Typhoon. Mobile Mayhem slipping out of arm's reach. This might be at 7-3. Pending a miracle as the second tick of progress is solidified. The hill's getting stacked, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and invite them to the show. It is Sonic Club coming back from behind. Captain's last hope. Captain, oh my Captain, we'll see you next time. 3-1 win. And a very exciting control ending here in this series where Sonic Club managed to come out on top.
Those almost 30. Actually, I think he reached 30 kills by Mir would just not be enough. You said it. Side Noon just not having the greatest performance on S&D. Pretty much the same deal here on Control, but that's GG, well played. Actually stuck on 29. That was the end of this season now for the Typhoon members. You said it as well, Sana. Have gained a spot on the Mobile Mayhem. Little by little, we are completing that list with a grand total now of 9 teams. We're only waiting on one more, but prior to that, I think we should go and try to get a little bit of those fancy recaps that we've heard in the past from Deanna.
And you heard it, Deanna. Let's go. What you got? Tell us. Break us down. Tell us what happened. Best of 3 started rocky, but what a way to finish it for Sonic Club.
Definitely, after the first hardpoint that we saw in this matchup, I was very convinced on the side of Typhoon. Like, they came here and they actually managed to do such a good performance in the hardpoint, right? We did have the first 3 rotations started very strong on both sides, right? And the P4 open with Typhoon on it, having it kind of strong, you know, made them the possibility, actually give them the possibility to get some score streaks, to actually get some more points, and overall building their operators, right? The P1 reset get them more points added to the side of Typhoon, and then the lead was taken actually by them, right? At the P4, we had such a strong hold on the side of Typhoon. If you guys remember, everyone was there with us. Yes, we did saw operators, we did saw gravity vortex in the mix being used on both sides, and finally the P1 reset closed the first game. With Typhoon dominating the whole hardpoint. Like, they were everywhere. They managed to get a good hold, and I think I think 3 players had more than 30 kills on the side of Typhoon. Alright, going into the S&D, it was completely opposite. As we saw yesterday, and as Verdict said, on a takeoff, we saw something like different, right? Yeah, we started with the 3 solid rounds on the side of Sonic Club, with Captain bringing 1 round, finally a win on the side of Typhoon. He did, I think, clash with like 2 or 3 kills in that round, managed to get another round in their side. if the hardpoint was convincing on the side of Typhoon, coming into this S&D, it was all about Sana Club. They had the kills, they had their position, they really knew the map, and overall they did such a good job on this S&D, right? Switching sides opened multiple possibilities on the side of Typhoon, but was not enough. And they kind of got, I think, 2 rounds in favor, but it was not enough because the last one before actually looked very hard, and Sana Club actually really won the S&D. And then after seeing the first hardpoint where Typhoon was everywhere, going into the second where Sana Club was everywhere, I was very curious how the third game's gonna be. And I don't really like Control, but I really like the map. Hacienda is a very pretty map, but we did start it with a good first round without losing many lives in the beginning on the side of Sana Club, right? The offense round was a struggle for both of them, both teams. Something that I noticed is that they didn't really prioritize, as you said, the points. They definitely went into an early TDM, right? And that was seen by the gun skills and the gunfights that Sana Club actually won, and winning very convincingly in a 3v1 fashion, and overall winning this matchup in a 2v1 fashion. So definitely, after seeing that hardpoint, I wasn't sure we're gonna have 3 games, but then Sana Club actually impressed me.
Oh, they did indeed. And surely enough, they were gonna find their way into the regular season. As we mentioned it, we only have 1 spot remaining, and it's gonna go to either Enigma or Void. Deanna, I don't know what to think of this series. The last time they met, it was a 4v5, and Enigma won. So I'll let your imaginations run wild on that one.
But yeah, we do need a break because we need to prepare for the next matchup, right? But in the meantime, guys, don't go away. We're gonna have a word from our sponsor, Code Mobile and Grilla, and we're gonna be right back. Hi guys! Welcome back. Definitely had a short break, obviously, but we are here for the last matchup of tonight. That's gonna be Enigma versus Void. And I'm actually very excited for this matchup after seeing Enigma yesterday playing and after seeing in particular Lydia dropping 55 kills and also Brixa doing God's work with that sniper, right? I'm actually very excited to see how they're gonna perform against Void. I don't really manage actually to see that much of Void, but I'm actually very excited to see. So yeah, guys, verdict because you had a chance to actually cast them over the past 2 days. What are your predictions about this matchup?
I want to be as unbiased as possible, but after watching Enigma play, it is very difficult to say that Void have a shot at winning the series, especially with knowing the fact that they played already once and it was a 4v5 and Enigma won. They were the team with 4, not Void. They won with a 4v5 and they lost the hardpoint. I think it's the only game they've lost up to this point, and I don't see them losing with 5 in the lobby. It's just not happening.
Them.
Yeah, I felt bad saying that, but I was just like, I gotta keep it real right here, bro.
Yeah, I didn't catch the Friday broadcast when they played against Void, but I did saw yesterday Enigma playing, and I'm like, okay, this is absolutely amazing. Okay, like Lydia dropping 55 kills, she was running with the CBR all over the map, getting actually OBJ time too, so that convinced me a lot, you know. So I'm like very excited for this. But yeah, Yumena, can you go over the map picks because both teams are here in the lobby?
Sure thing, my friend. On the third and last match of the night between Enigma and Void, we are gonna start by spectating some hardpoint on standoff. Moving on to Search and Destroy, Raid, and a potential if we get their game of control on Summit. The bans by maps is gonna be Takeoff and Hacienda, while Enigma got rid of the Annihilator. Void opted to ban the Purifier. So those two won't be in here tonight, but those are the maps for us.
There we go. That is going to send us to our third and final series of the night. Deanna, we're going to be joining us promptly right after this series as we'll wrap things up and get geared up for some Mobile Mayhem NA qualifiers / challengers. That'll be live tonight on my stream since Bobby is going to be out for the remainder of this season. I'm hoping that he'll be back by next season, as him and Molly had the most adorable little girl named Nelly. I don't know if you've seen pictures, man. Holy hell, that child. I want to give her everything in the world. I'm sure Bobby is doing that right now. So we're going to give him that time to take the paternity leave. Admins, not maternity. But hey, you know what? If you're changing diapers, is what they said. If you're armed deep in diaper changing, it could be maternity leave, it could be paternity leave. It does not matter. We're going to go ahead and get into the action, though. Here we go. Enigma, they're standing strong with 5. So is Void, who's going to be left alive here in this one, who's going to be moving on to Mobile Mayhem. Losers out.
Loser is out indeed. We've set it some hardpoint on standoff yet again. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going on to the last match of the night. These are the Challenger Series to gain a spot onto the regular season of Mobile Mayhem Winter. In here, pushing inside, there's Jesus Christ, who are you gonna... Mirage? That's Mirage, right?
Yeah.
That's Mirage, right?
Yeah. That's your rookie of the split from last season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feared it was him, but how do you pronounce that again? Like the full-on new name now?
Mirage Lior.
There's no way I can pronounce that, I'm gonna be honest. So we're gonna be sticking around with Mirage as he gets picked down. Doesn't matter too much. Mojito is already with things under control, completely on his own. Throws the trophy system out through the smoke. Almost gets that kill onto one of the most terrifying profile pictures I've ever seen on Mobile Mayhem, which is by Benz. Benz right now currently playing with a Holger at a distance, but so far the squad, not doing too hot with only a single point for them.
Single point so far, 48 flawless here in P1, make it 51-2. Well, I'm not going to get that third tick, but it's all the focus here for P2, where you can see Factory Side is swarmed with the players over at Void. Will they be able to hold it down, though? 3 players standing strong so far, as one player from the side of Enigma try to get the breach in. They're going to be outnumbered. Etsy tries their luck. They're out. This is not going to work. You got to push in numbers, as right now they're feeding. Void are racking up the points uncontested. So far, so good on the rotations. Needed it to pay off big in order for this rotation to pan out. They're only going to be able to pick up 19 before the break comes in. But nobody from the side of Enigma. Finally, we see Mojito get on the hill, but a few seconds wasted. It doesn't matter. As long as you're doing a little bit of perimeter control, you're picking up those kills. Points will come along the way, as we see. 60 points and counting. 20 seconds left to go. Scrap time is still being scrapped for. Only one player left to do the job here for the side of Void. It's going to be Lair. He shuts down or gets shut down, and Etsy going to be able to hold firm here at the top side of P2.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, and I just realized that Gold was trying to hold onto that shorty, eventually just changes his mind, still patiently waiting for someone to walk by without realizing that there's already someone up above, and that is Mojito, the player of the moment. Now with the claw, takes it out, perfect timing over there, takes that kill onto Gold, turns around, he knows there's someone pushing through those staircases really soon, pre-fires, takes that kill onto Mari, turns around, only a few bullets left, that's a triple with a claw. This man is on fire. Not only him, but the entirety of the team taking kills, controlling the inside and out of these kills. That's the third one now that they've done it. They are already onto triple digits, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, over 100 points, over 80 in the lead in favor of Enigma. We've called it. These players are just all so good. Look at those numbers by Etsy, Lydia, Brixta, Mojito, alongside with my boy Mirage. Like you said, the rookie of the season, just about to show to us why he gained that title on the previous one.
Yeah, and this team is looking like the rookies of challengers. My God, rookie of the split. No wonder. This team is packed with talent. Look at it. You mentioned their names. They're disgusting. They've got a 130 point to 19 lead. This is not the game that Void had imagined. Right now, it's all about P4, though. They can regroup a little bit of their losses. Caught Mojito on the hop-up, and as crispy as it was, there's a little bit of mantling to be done. Nonetheless, he's up there smooth and so just disgusting, the positioning. The operators are coming out to play, too, as well. Etsy and Brixa popping the grab vortexes. We've got Lydia coming through with the claw as well. There is nobody here to contest. The choke points have been shut down. Void going to be on the outskirts. No way to get in. And this might do it here. We are already one set of rotations in, and only 99 points needed. Make it a little less now. It's 20 seconds left for scrap. And this is looking like Doom might be able to get onto the point. It does. 3 fall their way, and Void finally getting back onto the objective is a good sign here. His life is starting to dwindle for this Void roster, as Enigma has just come through and just ravaged them hill after hill.
Definitely feels like this Void is being failed by Enigma. Now, as we're going on to P1 reset, the 100 points lead could be increasing sometime soon. Right now, there's 3 members inside of the hill. One of them is going to be Maddie. Maddie going to be concussed, pushed by Lydia. Lydia takes kill number 1, goes immediately for kill number 2, but already took so much damage. Eventually bites the dust. The defense trying to be prolonged a little bit longer in favor of Void. That's just not going to be possible. A few nades are thrown, a few kills are taken. Still not enough. The push is now by the hands of Maddie. Maddie yet again will secure this area up in favor of Void. I'm not too sure for how long this is going to last. There's 2 players, 3 now, pushing Maddie at the same time. Maddie takes 1, turns around, goes for kill number 2. Without realizing that there was Etsy right around the corner, takes that kill. 20 seconds left of P1 reset verdict. And I think that these 20 points could be given for free, quote-unquote for free, for Enigma, as long as they would be rotated onto the factory, but they decided to fight back, and the spawns are going to be in their favor. Goat already close to the factory, takes kill number 1, but cannot take kill number 2 against Lydia. The fight continues. I gotta say though, as we are back onto P1 reset, I am liking better the fight back from Void. They still need to increase the notch slightly higher, but they're definitely doing a whole lot better.
No, they're doing an absolute lot better. As a matter of fact, this is a good turning point for them. Let's go ahead and dial in for a listen in to see how the comms are going, because right now they're getting swarmed. They need to hold down the fort, and Maddie's the last hope. Let's go ahead and dive in with the side of Void to see how those comms sound.
Uno dito, uno inside. Uno dentro desk, uno dentro desk. Uno inside low, bono. Okay, okay, just take out. Uno dentro desk.
Top.
Watch Zeke.
Uno Zeke. Check.
Die, raga, però. Next siamo. Raga, next siamo. Uno sta top granny.
Stato. Morto.
No, è già next. Smoke mid.
Fatto beccare.
Oh, you can already hear there's a little bit of devastation. Go next. Oh, they're already next. God. This is just a freak of a rotation so far. They've been outplayed, they've been outgunned, they've been outslayed, they've been out everything. Right now, they're being outscored by about 80 points. Gil, 178 and counting. Enigma just trying to put this thing away rather quickly.
Yeah, at this point, it doesn't matter if you are managing to at least fight back. If you're already losing by 100, you got a long way to go, my friend, if you want to end up with a victory. And in here, Brixton now defending here with the Creek 6 with this so beautiful mythic skin of it. Ooh, actually, getting knocked out by Layer through the wall with that Holger. My boy B is praying through those walls and working to perfection as he finds yet another kill now onto Etsy. Turns around for Mojito, but Mojito yet again says no to it, my man. The man, the myth, the legend with the most kills so far this game and the most time spent inside of the objective. Verdict tonight, we've seen different players do something similar to what Mojito is doing. It seems like that hyper player that we begin to see on different teams is something that I would love to see once we start onto the regular season, to see those two type of teams, and players face one another is just gonna be impressive. But as we are now back onto the market, it doesn't seem like the market is gonna have any sort of void soon. Only 10 seconds left and the dub, we gotta say it, we called it. This is definitely going to be a dub going in favor of Enigma. Not a matter of if, but a matter of when, at least on this hard point.
There it goes. It's finally going to be broken. For how much longer? I cued the music a little too soon. There it goes. 250 to 92. It's a slay fest. And everybody's invited, except for Void. They get beat out. That is going to be a very massive victory. Game number 1, sway in the way of Enigma. Now, what I will say is, I can't help myself. Sometimes I peek at chat. And when I was looking at chat, I was like, what are y'all talking about? Rose? Is that still banned? I don't know if it's still banned or not, but I clearly see Mojito rocking the skin. I even third-personed it in-game. And they were just like, LOL, bro, how you guys doing this to me? Why you guys got to point stuff out like that? I didn't let it, kind of take over the way I cast it. As a matter of fact, I just kind of rolled with it until admins tell me otherwise. Freak of a game number 1. Mojito coming through with 2 minutes and 51 seconds on the hill. All eyes were on him for obvious reasons. 31 and 18. Felt a little salty after that stage 5 finishing. He went there. I met him in person. He's a gamer, bro. He's a gamer. They're all gamers.
You met Mojito?
Oh, no. Was it Mojito? Yeah, it was Mojito. I met Mojito. I met Rasmo. Hey. I met Afer. I met almost all of you guys, and they were a pleasure. I even ate hot wings with the Nova team. Let me just tell you, bro, they could not handle the heat, bro. I was sitting there pounding away at hot wings, and couldn't nobody keep up. Especially you, Inferno. I know you're listening. I know you're not here in chat, but I know you're watching.
Yeah, throwing shade at someone that cannot defend themselves. You gotta love it, fellas. But yeah. It's so out of the ordinary that I just always gotta mention when you get that. I like to call it the perfect combo, because Mojito got the most kills, got the most time, and got the least amount of deaths inside of his teams. Like, it's just wild to see something like that. Okay, well that was only game 1, fellas. That was a quick one into the books, and now as everybody's thinking about game number 2, that is gonna be some search and destroy on kind of like the map split through my mind. Can you remind me what that is?
Oh yeah. Take a look if we can pull it up on the screen.
No,
if you're just now joining us, yeah, there you go. That's it. That's the one. Raid. We're heading over to Hollywood Hills, California for some search and destroy, and DQ alert coming through. It wouldn't be you without a DQ. That's right. We're going to have a DQ in game number 1. The Rose Rook skin is banned, chat. I guess Void was invited to the Slay Fest. They take the last laugh there in that sense. They might have gotten their brains beat senseless in that hard point, but they are actually going to come out on top 1-0 in the series as we move over into the Search or Destroy. Yes, we're creating a little bit of time. Mojito, change your damn skin, son. I'm not trying to get this show on the road and get it done with, but come on. Talking about 1 DQ, all it takes is just one more, and your team's no longer participating in Mobile Mayhem. Am I right?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? At this point, it's already important as it is on regular season, but here, you're not there yet, buddy. You gotta earn that, and you messed it up once. You cannot allow yourself for that to be the case anymore, or else you're out. We've already seen how good of a team they are, but if you're not following the rules, you're gonna be beaten up with a DQ, and it, well, unfortunately, already happened once, but hopefully it won't happen again. As of right now, like we mentioned, some search and destroy on California here on Raid. I don't know, man. I don't know. It is what it is. Not the first time that this has happened, but it doesn't change the feeling for me. Every time something like this happens, I'm like just with a bitter taste in my mouth, right?
Mm-hmm. What kind of bitter taste are we talking about here? Are we talking about like cucumber bitter, or are we talking like sour bitter, like a lemon, right? Is this just like, is it enjoyable? No, it's not enjoyable.
Not quite.
Not quite. We're getting there. Right now, we're guaranteed at least a game 2. And pending Enigma's, morale after game number 1, we'd have to assume that they are still like happy-go-lucky because they played really well. But you've got to think like you just put a hell of a game up and it's going to be taken from you. You might as well 4v5 it. I think they lost the hard point in that series against Void, and they, with 5 players, lose this. So, I mean, the irony is there. Can they bounce back, though, is the question.
We'll have to wait and see. But not wait for too long, because verdict, everything is ready. Everyone is connecting inside of this lobby. Yet another match, another search and destroy. Let's get straight onto Raid. And I'd like to start by spectating none other than Mojito himself. I'd like to see what he's up to here on game number 2.
All right, I want to get a third-person peek, too. Yeah, he's not going to be rocking anything other than the base skin, right? As we are here for the action, it does look like Brix is going to be your main sniper, and I think that's where I'm going to take my my talents. Let's see if we can get a quick scope out of her. Oh, wait, this is not third person. There we go, first person. That's what I wanted to do. It was kind of like a third-person cam. Goat and Maddie going to open up with first bloods. And uh-oh, trouble in paradise now as Raid is... Man, I don't know what I just did, bro, but this is not... There we go, that's first person. I kind of like the spectator updates, but I'm scared to touch anything as my game usually crashes whenever I do something new, so... We'll just keep it basic, chat, I'm sorry.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
But yeah, round number 1, 2 kills going immediately in favor of the members over at Void. Great job done so far. Defending still on the courtyard. There's a Benz going for that kill, doing a lot of damage, finding that kill onto Etsy. And well, Enigma definitely struggling so far in round number 1. Round number 1, only Brixta and Mojito are left alone. Mojito and Brixta yet to find a single kill. Mojito misses that shot, and Goat doesn't. That is now going to be a 1v4 as Brixta picks up that kill onto Goat, but as we all know, when you are up against so many members, the second you reveal where you're at, everybody will hunt you down. That's exactly what happened. She took 1 kill, still not going to be enough, and the 1-0 lead going in favor of Void begins to rise the red alert on the other side of Enigma, don't you think?
No, it definitely does. It's like, hey, we won by miles in game number 1, but we lost at the same time. Right now, we're in a little bit of a panic here to search and destroy. Well, right now, there's not a panic here for Enigma. They have taken the advantage in player count. 1 has dropped. 2-for-1 trades coming through. Etsy's going to get this bomb planted. Vin's up top in laundry room, looking to see if he can put anybody in the spin cycle. Here comes the hop up. God, Mojito, you should not have won that. I'm going to be honest with you. There's no way you lose that gunfight. That Holger takes a little bit of time to get going. And surely enough, the hop through the laundry site, toss him in the dryer as he is ready to go for round number 2. What a round to bounce back on. Enigma coming through with a point of their own.
Yes, sir. Tying it up, one for each. We begin round number 3. And what do we go for? Layer picks up the first blood in here with the sniper. Now at a distance, look at Benz. He's about to be pushed by plenty of players at the same time and bites the dust. The next one to defend is Doom. 4v4, bomb is being planted. Breaks with the sniper shot onto Maddie. Mojito also with shots onto Goat. That is now a 4v2. Maybe the red alert was rising, but they are still feeling confident, but still gotta be cautious though. A 4v2 translate now onto a 2 versus 2 with those 2 kills by Layer and Doom. 2 versus 2. Both teams are really even in this round. 20 seconds left. They begin to push. Breaks that. No, sorry. Etsy. Defense takes one. Buys the dust himself, but still not gonna be enough. 1v1. Only 12 seconds left, and Brixta can just play time, and that's exactly what she is up to. Begins to push. Begins to make the enemy feel as uncomfortable as possible, and at this point just messing around with one another. Eventually takes that kill. Not that it really didn't. It really mattered in the first place, but it definitely always adds onto the style points in here as she gets up to 4 kills for herself.
Yeah, we're all about style points here over at Verdict's channel. You know, only the strong will survive. Right now, the strong is taking a 2-1 lead in the Search and Destroy. The strong, however, have an 0-1 deficit to overcome, so this is everything on the line, right? 3 rounds in, 2-1 lead. Bricks are trying to get some shots there on Vince, who is kind of on an island. Lydia's going to be able to take down Maddie. Vince opting to drop the Holger and pick up the CBR for up close and personal encounters, and that's what might be needed. Doom now going to be able to peek the angles there up top. He's going to have the tree heady. Etsy looking for revenge blood. Is going to shoot their shot. But, oh my god, gets absolutely turned on and destroyed. And that just leaves one lone wolf in the lobby. A 1v3. We saw 1v5 earlier. It was one and done scenario, but with the bomb literally in the front yards or backyards of the opponents, there's not quite much Brixa can do. Picking them one by one is very difficult when you see 2 coupled up right next to each other, and that's Goat and Doom right here on the inside of Kitchen. And you've got one in Vins who's holding down the fort over at A, so we'll see if Brixa can make a miracle happen right now, as it looks like we might be going into the next round tied up, but let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, definitely looks to be the case in here, although Brixa, okay, reveals her spot by eliminating that trophy. Maybe she was thinking about throwing a nade, but Goat, already with the Goat angle, takes that kill. You called it. That's the tie of the game. 2 for 2 now, going on to the uneven. There's other word besides uneven, the odd round.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm all of a sudden just forgetting English today, you know?
It happens to me when we speak and we say things all the time. It's like, hey, I remember that word. Where was that? Well, it just escapes your mouth whenever you least expect it. Just like Mojito going to be able to escape with that 5th kill of his. Shots coming through as Goat finally going to be able to seal the deal on Mirage Lior, the return rookie of the split. We'll see you next round. Hasn't really picked up anything. Donuts across the board for him so far. We'll see if he can turn things around in the later half of this match. Right now, it's all about this A-side push. 2 coming through the middle side, Netsy. And it looks like Mojito's going to hold down the zig action. Goat going to be pushed. Not expecting it. Lydia combines for the second. And that's going to be good for a plant over at A if they can get over. Look at Mojito's, though. Trying to get this long route. Let's see if he gets paid as Lair and Doom are holding down the rear end. This might be a free 2-piece. Doom, a last hope. The corner's being round. Doesn't peek the angle. Doom's going to be able to win one, but the bomb plant goes down nonetheless. With 1v3 up for grabs.
Okay.
We'll see what he can do. Doom's got some crispy shots, bro. That's a 7. Can he make something happen here in this 1v4 scenario?
Ooh, something fancy could happen in here. 25 seconds is plenty of time still for him. Begins to push forward. There's the third one. Oh my god. Verdict about to happen. I don't know. I am already beginning to think. You said 7 now. Let's make it 8. 12 seconds set left. Begins to push. That's so unfortunate. Had no clue where Lydia was at, and as such, he acted properly, right? He checked left first there on Cubby, checked right then. Unfortunately for her, it was the third option, was behind that head glitch position on the bomb. And a good kill securing that round, going in favor now for Enigma. 3 for 2. This is the last round before we flip spawns. As per usual, Vince is defending this courtyard, and there's 4 angry members going for him. Takes kill number 1. Does a lot of damage to 2 more, but doesn't take the kills. But that could be more than enough. Lydia's planting the bomb. No, she's not. Actually, she does not have the bomb. I don't know what happened over there. Doom picks up yet another kill, making it 9. This dude on fire now here on defense. Looking to find a few more extra victims now. It's a 4 versus 3. Bomb is still on the ground. Mirage, what happened? What happened?
Oh, Mirage.
First blood for Mirage? What?
That's, hey, first blood. Hey, it was a nasty one, too. I caught it from the receiving end. Goat trying to peek the angle, trying to get the shots through, and not successful. And surely enough, gets his wig split. Doom's going to get dropped. The Demon of this Void roster is getting pretty progressive here in this match, but right now he's going to be nerfed into the next. Maddie now left in a 1v1. It's Mirage Lior, your rookie of the split, returning. Does he have ice in his veins, or will he flop? It's the lead still in the hands of Enigma, but we'll see if Maddie has anything to say about it. Bomb's trying to get collected as we slow things down a bit. 40 seconds to go on the clock. Mirage Lior has no idea what's going on as far as player-wise goes. Maddie has no scouting report or intel of where he has been at. Where was the last kill? They're trying to figure it out as we go, but the good thing is bomb's collected, so we're going to make this long traverse through mid. You can see the back down from Maddie. He's trying to play for positioning. Doesn't have anything for long range. Be interested to see what kind of rotation Mirage Lior makes. Is he going to go back towards that A site? And it looks like it's going to be well read here by Maddie. Oh, that trophy system. Is that going to be the intel that gives him away?
Ow.
Perfect timing.
Oh.
Clutch it.
Mirage.
Oh,
oh my
that's
God.
tough.
It is tough. That's
Good clutch
shorty
from
though,
Maddie,
like...
though. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are even once again. Like, anything can happen. We're gonna be flipping spawns and tag with the 64 Raiders. What's good? Welcome, everybody, to the Challenger Series. For those who may not remember, also a quick reminder that most of the season is starting within this week, so keep your notifications active on each of the channels that show this mobile Mayhem action here on round number 7, ladies and gentlemen. This is Void versus Enigma. Now I am bouncing yet again with Mojito. Mojito in here, 8 kills so far for him, defending in this ban area. Outside of ring, trying to push for more. Lair is in a bad spot if Mojito decides to push. Let's see if it does. Currently just waiting. Sort of aggressive in a way, sort of approach here on defense, and that works to perfection for Mojito. Unfortunately for Mirage, this has just not been his greatest game so far. Bites the dust by the hands of one of the opponents. So that's going to be the 1-for-1 trade here.
There we go. Word for word trade is we see it 1-for-1. Sorry, I don't know. Great position for Mojito. He's going to be able to get the drop there on Lair, but Goat is there to get the trades. 1-for-1 we go. As a minute left on the clock. A little bit of a stagnant push. Etsy getting very aggressive. Doom and Goat, just another victim. 2 players left standing, and Vins and Maddie, your bomb carrier. And they have not made any progress outside of their spawn. The bad thing is when you give this team time to get a setup, you're just asking for mistakes to happen. Mojito going to take things in his hands, gets the last 2. They were surrounded. There was not much they could do outside of playing their guns, and surely enough, Mojito's going to be able to slide in and close it out. Lead back in the hands of Enigma. They are begging for a Game 3. They want a redemption tour. Game 1 was a fluke. They won it. They had the rose skin, though, and that is what's calls for the DQ and the 1-0 lead in favor of Void. So we'll see if they can fill the gaps here and make it happen. So far, it's been so good here on the defense, but it is a little bit of adversity as the push comes through. Doom and Lair combined for 2. Mojito and Brix are out. And we'll see the collab of the last 3 players come through for the side of Enigma to try and reel this one back in.
Right, 4v3, 40 seconds on the clock as the bomb has been already planted. The one closest to it is Mirage. Let's see if Mirage can redeem himself after what has happened so far this game. Gold with another kill now onto Lydia. 4v2. This is a really problematic situation for Enigma. Only 22 seconds left, verdict, and this is not looking pretty. A good shot for Mirage. Tries to go for kill number 2, but there's three angry members. Misses that shot, and Doom finds yet another kill. This is just ping pong. One for Doom, sorry, for Boyd, one for Enigma, one for Boyd, one for Enigma, and ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're gonna be tied. Like, there's nothing else to be said. No one can hold a true advantage so far this game, and I'm loving it in a way, but also let's be reminded that Enigma already dropped the ball because of a DQ on game number 1, which means they are the ones with the pressure within their shoulders in this game.
Oh, it's tremendous pressure, and it has to be picked up. The slack has to be picked up by Mojito. Clearing 2 off of the objective. Vin's going to be able to take advantage of the positioning. That's going to be the 3-for-3 trades. As we're yet again last 2 alive, it's Goat and Vins. Make it Vins! As Mirage Lior shuts him down inside of the garage. Vins left all on his lonesome. Good thing is he's got the bomb in hand, but there's not much he can do to work with. Slow things down. There's minute 15 on the clock. Plenty of time to make something happen. Don't need to force it. Don't need to rush it. Mirage Lior, right here on red. Rounds the corner. Oh, he's sitting right in your lap, homie. Free kill. Take it. Etsy now. Play your life. I didn't think that was going to happen like that, bro. I thought he was going to round the corner and get his dome split. Nope, Mirage Lior just was not in a position to anticipate that push through, and Vins does the deed and stays low. So 50 seconds on the clock, still plenty of time. We'll see what happens now, as I think Etsy might have spotted him through that blue van. Yeah, oh! Can't win the gunny, though. Vins clutching it up for the team. And that's going to give the side of Void a 5-4 lead in a series of unfortunate events for Enigma. Could lead them to being out of the Mobile Mayhem regular season. That team is stacked, bro.
It sure is. I'm not too sure what's going to happen now. Everything just feels so surreal right now. Etsy, so far in the middle of the map, could try to push towards Zigzag, but decides to wait. Just wants to get some sort of audio cue before jumping onto the action. Does not want to make a mistake. You said it. If they lose, they are out of the field of action here. Mobile Mayhem winter season of 2023. Etsy now begins to hear the gunshots and somehow takes damage through that rock. That's got to be one of the softest rocks I've ever seen in my life. But, ladies and gentlemen, no one is dead just yet. As the offensive side is on Boyd's end, they got to begin to think about their strategy. And one of them is going to be taking down Brixta, as Layer then lands a really, really good shot onto Brixta with a DLQ. That's a 5v4 and a 5-4 also scoreboard so far this game. The defense still unchanged, you know. They have formed some sort of wall that could be problematic if Boyd continues to be running out of time.
All right, well, very serious encounter of the game crashing. Obviously, it was bound to happen at some point, but good thing is Gil kept this tuned in. As we see the 1-for-1 trades coming through, it's the defense here for the side of Enigma that has sold them out of this lead and right back out of the loop as we see the recollection. Looks like the read is here from mid. Layers there to get the trades. Etsy's going to be able to take down one. Mojito's going to get outs as well. Lydia's going to be able to find herself another kill as well. And the bomb is down. But Layer! Oh my god, peel him back. Go trying to collect it up, but Lydia is icy. 5-5. We are yet again tied.
Yeah. This is just wild. For a second, I thought that could be the round that plays the match point for Boyd, but fortunately enough for Enigma, that is not going to be the case, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be round number 11, and they are now being a lot more aggressive onto the pool side. First blood is going to come through thanks to the nade by Mirage. Mirage is defending within the inside of this basketball court, waiting for them to push. There's the kill for Etsy. That's another one for Mirage. Mirage pushes for the triple, buys the dust, but it doesn't matter. The callouts made. Etsy with the kill. Goat is left alone, and Mojito will take him down, tear them apart. The side of Boyd tried to be aggressive, but Enigma was hands down ready for it. And they are now the ones with a map point their way as they continue to attempt to take us to a game 3.
Yeah, tempted, and we'll see if Enigma can close it out. Momentum back in their court. There goes the nade shot. It's first blood. It is Mojito coming through in a massive, much-needed time. Close this one out. Don't let it go to overtime. Find a way to get us to game 3. This is it. 4 players left standing. You can see it's a 2-2 split. You got 2 reaching for intel onto the A site, and that's Doom and Goat. Mirage Lior is the lone wolf here to close down. You got a 1-2-2 split, 2 in mid and 2 on the B site for the defense. If the reads here are proper, you might be able to get this hit over towards the A side before anybody knows what's going on from Enigma. But Enigma, those 2 floaters could pay you just absolutely crazy. It's Lydia finding a second kill. And now we are in a little bit of grief and devastation phase here for Void, who are looking like they might be able to close it out. Well, it's 1 player left standing. Vins, what are you made of, homie? 2 players down, 3 yet to go. You've got the bomb. You got 50 seconds. Do you have a miracle of brewing to take us to that overtime?
That could be overtime, question mark. All right, let's see Benz. Benz here with the CVR trying to push forward. He still has the bomb's control. Oh boy, Lydia. Lydia so deadly with those shots, not even allowing him an extra half a second to realize what was coming his way. That is gonna be a victory for Enigma, 7-5 victory for the members of Enigma. Means, ladies and gentlemen, we officially got ourselves yet another game number 3 tonight. Void and Enigma are still fighting one another. I'm not too sure what's coming next. Let me tell you all, that was a tremendous game yet again for Mojito, the back-to-back MVP between these 2 games for Enigma. My boy be on fire tonight.
Well, I mean, he had to cover his tracks, bro. I mean, think about it. You sell the bag in game number 1. You have the rose skin. Yeah. Obviously, you could have controlled that, but at the same time, it happens, right? So what better way to show that you care about this team than to put 17 kills on the board in game number 2, hard carry this search or destroy. Obviously, it was a collective effort, but when you're looking at the scorecard, the story, I'll tell you a different one. It's 11 kills on board for Etsy, 8 for Lydia, and 6 apiece for Brixa and Mirage Leader. On the flip side of things, it looked all the way up to Maddie like a collective effort that was, you know, brewing for upset, right? Well, Maddie only dropping 5. That last round was Vinge trying to clutch a 1v5. The story of Void just trying to dig themselves out of a hole. What could have been a miraculous 2-0 win has led us to a control where I can't even remember where we're going. Oh boy, this is going to be brutal. I'm taking a look at the best 3 and I'm showing it on screen for everybody. This one's going to end in Summit control. This is going to be a fast-paced control. I don't think we're going to see anybody win off ticks. It's going to be all kills. And if the gunnies are hot over at Enigma like they have been all series, this might be where Void's end of the road is at. I couldn't get creative with it. I was trying to think of what,
it's going to be really, really fast. I'm sure that these rounds are just going to be pure rush on both sides. I just realized, by the way, that we got 2 top 5,000 players being Mojito and Bins, you know?
Sweaty.
Just commenting on that.
How do you see that?
Yeah. Oh, I was looking at their... You see how you got the Master, Grandmaster, and Legendary logos?
Yeah.
Well, for top 5,000, it's slightly more red.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
if you see it.
Oh, I see it now. I'm looking at it on my iPad, and yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see it. Is that going to mean anything here in this control? Probably not, because ranked isn't played. Doesn't play control. That's very sad. It's very depriving of the ranked community.
That's true.
And I wish there was like a league play for COD Mobile, because it is much needed. I feel like if you give this community a structure and limits to what they can use, that they will greatly improve. Basically what ranked is right now is public matches. That's it. There's no restrictions. It's not a ranked. It's just players who play a lot and get points. So top 5,000 just tells me, damn, homie, you played a lot of COD Mobile this season. I didn't mean to be sneak dissing or anything like that, but I mean, that's the truth and reality of it. It's not saying that it doesn't take any skill to be top 5,000. It's just, it's not a ranked system. It's just ranked. It's just a name.
Yeah, we got rank warriors and there's COD, right? They all have separate sort of environments. That's for sure.
All right, separate environments are going to clash here as we're getting geared up for game number 3. Control on Summit. Man, this is going to be a doozy. Who's going to come out on top? All screenshots have been submitted. And it is now or never. Who you got? Who you putting your money on? This is the last opportunity to sound off.
Last opportunity indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start with game number 3. Do or die for Boy. Do or die for Enigma. On defensive side, first we're gonna get the players over at Enigma. There's gonna be plenty of kills taken. The first one to answer back will be Doom, and then keep an eye open for Lydia going all the way back, already onto enemy spawn, just causing chaos on the enemies. That's a double for her. Goes for the triple without realizing that there was someone right around the corner, but the damage is done. A minute left now, and 3 kills advantage going right into the favor of Enigma. Goat currently trying to push to a potential capture in a sense of Bravo. He's just pretty much trying to bait the opponents in and out. He's going here, but this bait is definitely not working out. Finally gets that kill onto Mojito, realizing now that the Goat is here over on Dark. They're gonna be pushing for that kill, and that's exactly what Etsy did. Etsy took that kill. Etsy going for the double, taking it like it's nothing with a deagle in hand. That 3 kill advantage now translate onto a whole lot more than that. Etsy pushing for yet another kill with the help of their allies. That's pretty much doable. And verdict, there's only 20 seconds left.
Only 20 seconds left. 6 life advantage rolling in for the defense. Etsy shutting down the forces over at the stairs site. But Doom from the back is going to be able to open up a floodgate here towards the initial hill time now. As we see, 17 seconds. Got to be flawless moving forward. You can't afford to drop bodies. Slayer, last hope here on the objective. You get a little bit of double time now as I'm taking a look at it. This is actually a pretty good hit, but will it be red? Vin's there. Goat's here for support. Breaks the shooting. Gets the first, but Mojito's trying to get the cleanup. Goat wins a massive 1v2. And that's going to keep the hopes alive here for the boys and gals over at Void. 10 seconds left to go on the clock. Layer there to pick up the scrap. 6 bodies remaining. This might be a defensive round win, as I mentioned. I don't think it's going to be any kind of objective winning this one other than the kills. And right now, the kills are running rampant here in favor of the team of Enigma. Got to be a huge shout out to 777, as well as Lazy and Lumi. Thank you all for the subs. Lumi, thank you for the gifted sub to Cola. Make sure you thank them. Make sure you give them high praises as round 1 comes to an end. Enigma shutting it down there on the defense.
Making it look simple, but we all know how much work there's behind these players. They are definitely trying their hearts out to make up for that mistake, that DQ on game number 1. Right now, there's Etsy with 8, Lydia and Mojito with 7, Rush with 5, and now there's going to be the use of 2 claws at the same time, and none of them work out. Maddie just shut down 2 claws operators popped up at the same time. Incredible job over there to begin this round, and that is definitely going to be good for Void, because that is a lot of utilities being completely thrown out the window by Maddie.
It is indeed. Now if the operators are being used here on the defense, you know, you don't really have anything to show for it. If you got to get an attack win, you got to save those for an attack round, right? I mean, that's the thought process that I'm looking at. Doom is holding on to his. Goat has burned his. Right now, you're at a 1 life advantage. And with that being said, it's a tied. Right now, there's a lot of uncertainty. You've got to win these defending rounds, so maybe you do have to burn those operators, as I was taking a look at it. If you're going to win and stay in this, maybe you formulate a strategy moving forward, but a lot of resources being burned on both sides. Layer is trying to earn his. He's sitting on a measly 3. Picks up his 4th. As the defense is standing strong yet again, round after round, we've seen it. Defense has just been the name of the game on Summit, just as it was on the Hacienda that we saw earlier. But we do remember that one ended on an attack round win itself. So somebody's going to have to come out of the norm if they want to upset, and somebody's going to have to find a way to win on the attack if they want to win a round number 5. Who's going to do it first, though? We'll have to find out now. It's 20 seconds left to go on this one. Might be chalking it up to a little bit of time being lost and not a lot of hill time being collected on the objective.
Great use of the Vortex machine by Mari as he takes down yet another player. Now, with the Vortex, the second take of Alpha was really close to getting it, and there you go, Etsy has done it. 10 versus 11 lives, 19 seconds left, but being prolonged by the hands of Etsy, who picks up yet another kill now onto Mari. There's 2 players pushing at the same time, bites the dust. The only one alive there is Lydia pushing from behind, taking that kill. There's another one to fight for, that's Beans. Beans trying to survive, will die as well. Objective will be captured, and now it's coming down down to the extended TDM that we've heard Verdict mentioned in the past. And in here, it is really, really close to one another. Only a minute left. You gotta keep an eye open for Bricksta. Bricksta, as she likes to be always onto enemy spawn now. Could be spotted at any second. Gotta be careful. There's people already spawning in here, Bricksta, and she dies. That is gonna be now a 5v5 Verdict. No more lives left. And all of a sudden, what is this? This looks like a search and destroy to me, where Lydia is no longer going to be within us now. Doom pushing more with a claw. Etsy getting a kill. Etsy trying to survive. Etsy dying by the hands of Mari. Then and Doom runs out of time with the operator. Mojito's the only one alive. 1 versus 2 sees Doom. Oh my goodness, the comeback was almost there for the situation of Enigma, but great job done there by Doom. They are gonna spot Mojito. Mojito cannot do it in this search and destroy situation kind of deal. Will be in favor of Enigma, but really close for comfort on that one.
Oh, it was, and it was at the expense of burning almost all of your operators. Everyone's gonna have to redeem themselves here in this attack round. You don't have anything to burn, trying to get the ball rolling on an attack win that you are guaranteed to have a round 5 on. And with that being said, you're struggling to close out defending rounds. It came down to a 2v1, so we'll see how it turns now as the hills hopped. We got 20 or minute and 20 stopped as A is a tick of progress through. Finally, it looks like the tick didn't go all the way through. Etsy's trying to reverse it. It's about halfway done. So Matty able to play his life. He's on a 6 combo right now, Gil. Let's go ahead and dive into the comms and see how they sound now. As hanging on by a thread is an understatement. Let's see how they sound as we do dive in with the side of Void.
Morto. Oh, top.
Morto. Muletto.
Morto muletto. No, neve, gira di cotto. P2. Top. Stanno top. P4.
Morto.
No. Uno top. One shot. Uno subì. Uno top. Viene verso porta main.
Sono one shot.
All claw. Raga, dobbiamo entrare dentro A. Prendiamo top, andiamo dentro A.
Computer, scale mid, raga. No, sono entrato da solo però. Andiamo.
Uno è dentro computer a sinistra, scale mid. Scale main.
Porta.
Entra dentro.
Porta cage.
Dentro A.
Sei dentro A, Gotta. Uno top. Computer. È uno connector.
Top morto. Top un altro. Scende da B.
All right, you could hear a little bit of, upset, disappointed. Obviously, I was taking a look at, I don't know who it was. I think it was Vins or Goat or somebody. They were holding down A and they dropped a trophy. And as soon as they dropped the trophy, they had their claw and they got burnt as soon as they dropped the trophy. It was just very, very unfortunate COD timing. What I will say is Vins does have a Predator missile to work with going into this next round, but not a bit of success on either front for both teams. 1 life remaining. Nobody's going to be able to get a cap here. Nobody's going to win an offensive round so far, but will we see that change here rolling in for Enigma, who could very well close it out after this one?
Could close it out indeed, and let's see if they do or not. Let's check it out. Like you mentioned, being still with the possibility to use that Predator missile. So far, not going to be used, just saving it to whenever it is actually necessary. So far here in defense, actually on offense, there's Mirage using the claw. Careful there with that one, but nade is going to be thrown, and that is going to not allow him to aim properly, but still manages to find that kill. Really unfortunate for Matty. The enemy was stunned, but doesn't matter. Mirage still alive. Begins to push now here with the Holgo without realizing there's someone behind him that did not realize he was there. That was the Goat, and no, that was not the Goat. I don't know who that was, but doesn't matter too much. As last round that Enigma was on offense, the lives are going to be really close to one another. Not only that, they are going to begin to try to capture the objective, but there's Doom to prevent that from that being the case. A good defense now is going to begin to be in favor of Void. Doing a great job. Only 30 seconds left. They begin to use now their utilities. Benz is holding onto a lot of score streaks and could pretty much start rotating now onto those, and that's exactly why he's throwing that hunter killer drone that lands onto nothing and also cost him his life, which means more and more time will be added now in favor of Enigma here.
It is going to be a little bit of time added right there. 22 seconds left to go on the clock. 13 v 16. Mirage Lior pops the Pred. Not going to find anything with it other than intel. Intel will tell you you don't have any traction on any side. This might be going to that round 5 that we had mentioned, and nobody having a stroke of success here on the defense or on the attack only leads you to believe that, hey, maybe unless we have a curveball to throw here in this last round, this one might be going over to Enigma. Ven's trying to shut it down. He's going to have to burn a claw to do so. Faster this round does it, maybe he can earn some more streaks to go along with it. I feel like utilization of operators has just not been a fair moment for either team. That player in particular, though, might be the difference maker. 4 lives remaining, 3 seconds. This one is going to a 5th round overtime per se, bar a miracle 4v6 for the side of Enigma, who are holding their ground. They're holding the clock. They're holding the time. They're getting the kills. They're going to reel it back in. It's a 4v4. Still alive. Still kicking. 4-3. Things not looking good. The Predator from Mojito's good for 2. And now we've got a hands-on-deck affair. Maddie and Goat trying to reel it back in. They sold the bag. It's all on Goat himself. Mojito putting in the final touches, ladies and gentlemen. No 5th round needed. And that is going to be Enigma shutting it down on the attack. What was looking undoable. With 3 seconds left to go on the clock, they find the bodies. They get the game. Round 4 ending in a 2-1 series win. Welcome to the show, Enigma.
That was a 4v... How many lives they had? Like 12?
It was something like that. It was a hell of a... I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that one. Because I was just like counting Enigma out like we're going to round 5. And all of a sudden, bodies start hitting the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I was too.
Just Enigma reeling it back in. Something crazy like.
Oh my goodness. Oh, so much chaos happened there on the last few seconds of that game. GG's, you said it as well. We have confirmed the list of 10 teams of the season, and what a way to end. There was so many ups and downs for these 2 teams in this match, but only one could prevail, and that was Enigma. Such an incredible way of playing. And that's exactly what I love about Control when they made that change, that if you run out of lives, you cannot spawn.
Thank God.
I definitely questioned it at first, but then they changed it, and I gotta say, this kind of situations is what allows to add even more intensity into these games, right?
Oh, intensity is high. Let's take it back to another intense person who's going to give us the intense breakdown. Tell me, Deanna, you thought that we were going to a round 5 like us. We were going to see another round of Control, right? Wrong. Enigma standing out and shutting it down in a 2-1 dramatic ending.
Definitely, I didn't really thought we're gonna go in the 5th round in the Control, but I'm gonna get over it in a bit. We did have a good, very strong hardpoint on the side of Enigma. We did start with a good P1 hold on the side of Enigma. They actually had like a 50-point lead at the beginning, or 40. That was good enough, pushing towards the P2, where again they managed to actually get more points, right? Going into this P3/P4 with this big lead, obviously it was a bigger confidence and so on, and they actually managed to get a good lead and had the control the whole game. At some point it was 100 to 20 points, so definitely they had their spots on, and they definitely had the rotations on the point. Obviously we did had a P4 close that closed the game, right, with the win on the side of Enigma, but the DQ came in because we did have the Rose skin used, right? Even if Mojito dropped 31 kills, and he did the OBJ job too. He had 251 on the kill. Definitely he was the MVP, but I do believe he was the one that was using the Rose skin, so therefore there was the DQ. Moving into the S&D, right, the first 4 rounds were going back and forth. Actually, we were going back and forth in the first 6 rounds, if I'm not mistaken, right? We were having 1 round in favor of Enigma, 1 round in favor of Void. Definitely Void did a good job. If in the hardpoint Enigma had such a good success, like they actually had in their pocket, I could say, right? They did definitely a good job with the kills, with the rotation and everything. Going into this S&D, it was quite hard. I do believe it was a little bit more difficult, not as easy as the hard point. They came into S&D and they kept it as close as possible. Boy tried to make the impossible and tried to win, but Mojito came in with the MVP and actually win the next game. He actually dropped 17 kills. And then going into the control. Now, when I saw the hardpoint, right, how they performed, how they had the control over the whole hardpoint, talking about Enigma, it was quite hard to believe that it will be very hard to have a win in the control. Now, obviously, Void did good in S&D, but you still need to have the control, you still need to have the spawns, you still need to have that control that you kind of need in hardpoint too. So definitely when I started seeing the control game, right, I was very excited to see how many rounds we're gonna have. But definitely Void put a good fight there. Even if Enigma won in a 3-1 fashion, they had a couple of convincing rounds, but it was not enough. Enigma was there. They had the control, as I said, from the beginning, and the score streaks were building. They had definitely more kills, and therefore we did have the win on their side. And again, Mojito was the MVP with 30 kills. So definitely a very convincing game on their side.
All right, man, that was a hell of a day for challengers. I got to buckle up and do it yet again for North America tonight with Denominate. So, taking a look at the post action. If you missed it, were we looking for a game or match number 4? No, we're not. It is actually going to be Cold Esports getting the freebie. Is they're going to be our 4th invited slot. Duckers had to evacuate their spot, so they were not able to compete. Icy getting dropped by Icemont. Icemont, welcome to the league. Sonic Club getting the 2-1 spicy win, as well as Enigma, as that is going to round out our final 10 teams in total 2023 COD Mobile EU Winter Challenger Series, and the teams that made it through. Got to give a huge shout out and special thank you to the players who came through and the streamers who came through for the raids. I know I saw Cola, I know I saw Lag come through with a late one, as well as Tech. You guys are ghosts, man. I appreciate it. Closing it out, man. You guys ready for a new season? It's a new year. We got Roster Mania. I don't know what the hell to expect this coming season.
I'm actually very excited to see what the next broadcast gonna bring us, but definitely it was an awesome day in EU. We did have the DQ because you cannot spell EU without the DQ, as someone would say, right?
Someone sounds wise, right? Wise ass.
Yeah, someone wise, yeah. It's our tradition, I guess. EU has a DQ always. But yeah, definitely it was an amazing day, right? Good luck with the cast for NA, right? You're gonna rock it. I'm so happy for being here, obviously, like always. I'm so happy that I had the chance to be your host, guys. You are amazing, like always. Gil and DQ are the best. Definitely the staff was always helping us and me, mostly because I had some issues, but thank you so much for helping me today, and thank you so much for being so nice like always. And guys, thank you so much for watching us. Obviously you guys are the best, and because of you we are coming every season here and we have a chance to actually have Mobile Mayhem, right? So you guys are the best, don't forget that. Hope you're gonna have a wonderful rest of the your day or evening. And if you guys have anything to add before we finish up.
I don't think so. I mean, I gotta say that it was only the beginning, and it was really good. So expect more and better throughout this season of Mobile Mayhems, because we have even more action than before with a new region joining us. So if you haven't, make sure that you followed. I believe that it's gonna be broadcasted on the Amplified channel. I don't know if always, but I assure you that you should follow that channel. And thank you so much for being as great as per usual with it in chat, being as funny and weird as you all like to be. The Anna verdict. I will see you all in the next one.
Oh, hold on, I got my mic muted because the dogs are just like going ham in the background, and I don't want to interrupt anybody. But yeah, huge shout out to the African region who just started their journey here in Mobile Mayhem. Absolutely groundbreaking into a new region. It's always scary at first. There's always a little bit of confusion at first, but I just have such like high expectations for that region as a whole, and I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of progress they have and what kind of talent could potentially come of that. So trying to get that region a spot for champs it's going to be an uphill battle, but we're in it for the long run. So We're going to call it a night there. We're going to hear a word from COD Mobile as well as our sponsor, Gorilla. We're going to send you over to one lucky recipient. Make sure you tell them Deanna, Gil, and Verdict sent you. I'll be back live here at 8 p.m. Eastern time for NA Challengers. We'll see you then.
Bye-bye.